I told us that we're going to be discussing a very interesting topic, which is finding the Proverbs 31 woman. Hello, ma. God bless you, Vetara. God bless you. Before we start, I just want to say a little bit of prayers and just fast. We have to close our eyes. If you've been joining me, you know this is a Christian podcast. Yes, we have this discussion about the realities, that we're facing, but at the same time, we like to commit everything we do to the hands of God to help us, say the right things and make sure we're making the right decision. Thank you, Indy. God bless you. Father, we just want to thank you for this beautiful session this afternoon. We ask, oh Lord, that everything that comes out of our words will be ordained by you, oh Lord, that you make our lips like that of a lady writer, that we say the things that you want us to say, that I say the things you want me to say. I encourage your children and speak the truth, but nothing but the truth, in the mighty name of Jesus. I also pray for everyone hoarding and everyone seeking for a good woman, that they would find one this year, in Jesus' name. Thank you, Father, for in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen, amen, amen. So, yes, let us start. Oh, God, I'm so sweaty. You don't understand. I had to rush out from another appointment just to, be here and have this session with you all. This is how much this means to me. So, today's topic is finding the Proverbs 31 woman. Who is the Proverbs 31 woman? Everybody says the virtuous woman, the virtuous woman. Every guy is looking for the virtuous woman, and every woman is thinking, how can I be the virtuous woman? Some people say the virtuous woman is just a fictional figure and cannot exist in this society. One time we had a session, this discussion. I remember asking, what's his name? I remember asking Unbreakable, do you know of any virtuous woman? Do you know what answer Unbreakable gave me? He said, Mama, I don't know any virtuous woman. No. The only one I know is my mother and my daughter and my sister. You can imagine how sentimental he was, that the only virtuous woman he knows in his life is his own mother. So are you the kind of man out there that is finding it difficult to, get a virtuous woman because the only virtuous woman you know, or the only characteristics of a virtuous woman you know, is that of your mother, and you have not seen any woman possess that qualities? If you're here today, I believe that today's session is gonna be with okay, somebody's requesting me already. Give me a minute, I'm gonna accept you. I just want to lay down this topic a little bit before I start. Finding a virtuous woman is a very important topic to me. You can see how I'm sweating. It's the anointing, because I don't know why I'm sweating like this. The AC is on and I am still this sweaty. So you can understand how important this topic is to me. So he said the only virtuous woman he knows in his life is his mother. And you might be you might be one of those guys that are saying, no good woman out there, or no virtuous woman out there. Who is this virtuous woman and what are the qualities of a virtuous woman? One thing is to say they are not out there. Another thing is to know them when you see them. Do you understand? Another thing is to be able to keep them when you see them. Some of you has lost good women in your life. They came around, you dated them, you played them. These are women that could have changed your life, changed your destiny when, if you guys actually got married or something. But some of you lost your wives while you were dating. You lost your wife to being a playboy, and today you got married to a hard person. So, for those of you who are not married yet, I'm putting this topic out because I want you to recognize one when you meet her so that you don't lose her again. Who is a virtuous woman? I have, should I accept one? Okay, let me accept. Let me accept this woman of God. I have some requests right now. I have about 4 requests. Okay. Let me accept this, my girl. I'll accept her. Okay. I'm trying to accept you, Aban Roslin, and I'm trying to accept you, woman of God.
Hello.
God bless you.
God bless
Baby
you
girl,
too.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear
No.
me?
Is it my audio?
I don't know. I
Hold
can
on.
hear.
I think I'm at the highest. Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
I've been hearing you.
Okay, I can hear you better now. I
All
think it was
right.
the phone, the volume of my phone was so down.
Okay.
Woman of God, God bless you. How are you doing,
Hello. Good day.
Mr. Chidor?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Thank you so
How are you?
much. I am happy that I have. I was trying to just lay down some foundations on this topic, but when I started seeing the request, I said, okay, let me accept it because sometimes I think with Instagram, if you don't accept it and they keep requesting, sometimes they don't allow them request again. They feel like you don't want to accept them, so that's why I said, okay, let me accept it, and we can all
Oh,
join. And
this is my
I'm
first time
happy.
trying this, so I don't know.
Okay, okay. All right. So I'm actually happy that I'm actually having this session with beautiful, virtuous women. I know one personally, the woman of God here. So I can tell you she's of good and noble character. And I see Rosemary, right? Evan
Muslim.
joined me. Rosemary, you're in US, right?
Yeah, I'm in California. Yes.
California. Yeah. You tested me, right? We spoke
Yeah,
one
I
time when
have
I told you I
spoken
was
to
also
you.
from
Yeah, via
Baltimore.
message too. Yes, I
Oh,
have. Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry I didn't if
No,
I
it's
didn't
okay. I see your stuff. You're broadcasting. I know you're busy.
I
It's
beg you
it's
don't
no
vex.
big deal.
Okay, okay, please. I
No, it's fine.
apologize openly. Okay.
No, I appreciate it, but it's fine.
Ah, all right. God bless you.
God bless you
A
too.
man is listening on this congress now, on this congregation. Murray, wait. I know all you can say. I can, I know all of you. So I don't want people to come and disturb my thought process, especially when I want to say something that will benefit so many people. So just let me have this platform. When I'm ready for you people to start your trouble, to come and talk, I will accept you. But right now, please just let me lay down foundations. So, like I said, a lot of you have been with virtuous women, and sometimes you lost them because of character. Now, there's something I want you to do to understand that to keep a virtuous woman, you have to have an upright character yourself. You have to be an upright man. You were talking about when we talk about the virtuous woman. Remember that the king, uh, what's his name? The king Lemuel, inspired by the utterances of his mother, taught him. Now, this king will say what the mother taught him. If you read verses 1 to 10, after 10, verses 1 to 9, you see some things he said pertaining the man as well. Don't drink, you know, drinking is for those who are depressed. When you drink, you don't make right decisions. So you understand that this woman also taught the son, or also was speaking to the son concerning some things that are expected of a man, and especially when you are a king. Now, every man I see and I believe is assumed a king to his woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though we are saying that, he's saying that, listen, my son, listen, son of my womb, listen, my son, the answer of my prayers. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. Um, it is not for kings, Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine. This woman was also teaching the guy, the son, who's a king, characters and attributes.
Mm-hmm.
So when we jump to Proverbs 31, verse 10, have you actually read verse 1 to 9? What this woman was saying, not for rulers to crave beer. If you're that person that goes to palm wine joints, or you go drunk and come back and you say, I need a virtuous woman, you don't have the attributes.
Yeah.
Okay, Maria, I will accept you very soon. Your trouble is too much. He said, when you drink, you cannot make good decree, and you can deprive those that are oppressed of their rights. This woman actually spoke to the son and then went in verse 10 to start telling him about a virtuous woman who can find. So, finding a virtuous woman today also has to do with you. Are you an upright man? posted a video. We had a video posted some minutes ago before I came live. And already, one of my sons in California, I know him very well. I think he's in California. Red Vigorson is in California or Florida. No, in California or New York. He has already commented there. When the woman said she gave the husband 90% of his check, of her check, when she was married, and gave him all the money she made. You know what he said? You attract your kind. You see, you see the kind of comments that is. I was expecting a comment with empathy, but look at what he said. No
What do you mean, like giving
responsibility.
his wife his check?
Yeah, no, that the woman said she gave her husband her check when she was married, gave him 100% of her check,
Why?
submitted to him. And he said, why?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does
Jesus
that have
Christ.
to do with virtue? Giving your husband all your
Okay,
earnings.
so she wanted to be the biblical wife that says, submit to your husband, allow him take control of everything. And she said, being a biblical wife, the man went to Nigeria, got married to two other women, and got her pregnant. So series of abuse, she got out of the marriage, and she's married to another man now, but I think she said she does 50-50.
Thank
Now,
God.
he
Yeah.
already started showing me character. Oh.
And the thing is, submission is not even control because if you read the Bible, they also talk about men submitting to women too. Because
Yeah.
there's no way one person is going to submit to the other person. I mean, I'm engaged now. I'm in a relationship. I'm in a long-term relationship and a healthy relationship. That's what I knew. I'm just like I'm going to be with this man. But it's a dance. It's not just a one-sided thing.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of men
absolutely.
are looking for dominance with women because they are lacking in themselves. And I think being basically oppressing a woman, which I don't even need to do air quotes, oppressing a woman would make them feel like, oh, they're a man. And many times it's to just show other men that, oh, they're like the boss in their house or they're controlling their woman. And many times, if you look at those relationships, the women are already broken. And even the man is broken because there's no like happiness or joy in that house. I'm the oldest child, so I know.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, you're in a way, you're right. Yeah. Submission is not oppression. 100%. I'm with you. Maria, I'm gonna take you in soon. But this is just a throwback to the video that was posted, and this is the reaction that somebody gave. And I felt, wow, is this how he sees it? So there is no time that a woman can actually say, hey, this, and somebody will agree and say, oh, no, the guy. One thing about the men I want you to know is one bad ex will corrupt the other. Okay?
I definitely agree. Yeah.
So if you keep doing, we are supporting women, we are supporting men, you will corrupt your gender, that the few good ones will be affected. So, what I love in this platform is, please, as much as you love your brotherhood, if what we are saying, the man did wrong, please condemn it. That's what this platform stands for. Please.
It's freezing.
Am I good now? Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's just freezing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm good now. Please, if I
Okay.
post something and you see that the man is the one wrong there, accept it. You, the man, oh my God. You know what helps brotherhood is when brothers begin to put brothers in their place. And you know what is going to help the sisterhood is where sisters begin to put sisters in their place. When you see one bad girl or one bad woman do something and you don't support her, you don't need to wait for the men to speak out. You, the women, speak out that it should keep the men away from even speaking. Please don't. When a woman does something that is wrong, the women, please carry it on your head to condemn the woman. So that the men will see a lot of criticism from the woman that he doesn't even need to say anything again. That he just feels like, okay, this thing is taken care of. And when a man is wrong, oh, the men, please, put your brothers where they belong so that they don't spoil the other ex. Look, when one man duped you, when the next one duped you, and you see men applauding him, and you see other men applauding him, you will be scared to be jilted even by the right guy when he comes. When the third one comes, it might just be the right guy, and you'll be scared. You understand? See that thing now that Burna Boy did. I see men saying she wanted to scam this one scam. Well, that's a past topic. I won't even go
That's
down
not
to
a
that.
true comment. Women always hold women accountable.
Okay. No, most times women support women.
Yeah, as we should support other women. But I'm saying like when it comes to accountability, because I'm just looking at the comment,
Okay,
women are the
okay.
one that actually hold women accountable more than even men. Especially as Africa, speak for
That's true.
Nigerians.
That's
Especially as
true.
No,
Nigerians in
no,
the
women hold
church, in the
women
community,
accountable than men. You're
everywhere.
right. I have never seen men hold men accountable.
Because they
Oh,
don't
this
Mm-mm.
really
platform,
do that. They don't really do that.
this platform has taught me a lot about men. I get you see, men, when you do like this, I do them, I respect them. This platform has exposed them. It is now I know what some people are going through. Men, ah,
Yeah, a lot
even
of people
God.
have been abused in
Oh
their homes and in their
yes,
lives.
a lot
Women
of them.
actually. Yeah.
Oh yes, this platform, I respect men. Who, what men cannot do does not exist.
He's
Anyway,
like, name one thing women have condemned. Women have condemned sexual immorality, even the whole submission thing right now. And she even saying control, which in her own way is how she's explaining it. But women have said that in different ways to submit to your man. Even men that are not even Christians, they are peddling all this agenda now. Especially in America, you see all these platforms. They're telling women to submit with men that are not even fathers or husband material or actually have the behaviors and characteristics of a husband, and but they want women to submit because they are taking this part of the Bible that will work for them, which is just tools and manipulation to control women.
mm, God bless you, woman of God. We're talking about this. My girl, this was Mary. She will fit a lot of men here today, oh. And that's why I don't want to bring any man now, so that they will
They should
not shout.
bring, they
You
should
know,
come on. I have no
me,
problem. Actually, I would like to
don't.
talk to a
I'm just
man.
taking it careful with them. Me and woman of God, there we are
I
quiet
have no
women.
problem.
We don't have strength, so she's not
No, I mean, I'm ready to talk to anybody. I have no
she's
problem.
she's not taking it easy at all. Her beliefs, okay, but let's just continue. So, like I said
Emeka
earlier,
is saying he
some of
wants
us
to
we've
come.
seen some of this good women, and we've just lost them based on who we are. The woman who was telling her son, about the virtuous woman, the figure of who can find, just like Ruby. Sometimes I was asking myself that the funny thing is, why would she say who can find? What about her? Is she not one? I'm so serious. Sometimes I got curious. I'm like, who can find? But you who's telling your son all these attributes, we were expecting you to have one too, and it would have been a better illustration using your son as an example, seeing a virtuous woman like myself, and give him the attribute of what he sees you do or you did, you know, um, with his father. Instead of the expectations, those qualities are
Oh,
plenty.
that's
Those are
another
expectations,
thing,
and
Miss Miss
I feel,
Francesca, right? Sorry.
hello,
A
yes.
lot of fathers they've not shown good example to their sons, so it's not like there's no behavior to emulate that is positive. Many of them they don't have good examples to for their kids, and many times maybe the children, the men see their mothers suffering in relationship for so long, and then they internalize that and think, oh, this is how women are supposed to be in relationships, and then they go forward in life and then they do the same thing. That's why it's like a trauma. It's like a cycle. I work in behavior, so I see this a lot when it comes to even children and people, and I'm into psychology. So that's the area I work in, and that's my expertise. So there's a lot of when it comes to social behavior and people learn it.
You know, the
A lot of the
the
things are
funny thing
childhood.
is, my son right now, I'm teaching him. He's just 7 years old, but I'm teaching him how to wash his plates when he eats. And the
That's
elder sister,
good.
is washing her plates. I tell him, wash your plates. There
Yeah,
are certain things that the sister does. I also tell him, clean your table. Sometimes when he eats and make a mess, I give him the broom and I tell him, sweep your space. There are
it's
some
good.
things I don't want the man to assume it is the role of the woman. Because if
Yeah,
he
because
grows
it's
up
not.
seeing me only asking the sister to do everything, he would grow up expecting that. I want to train a son that will be independence in a way that without a woman, he's able to do
Self-sufficient.
certain things for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And when he gets one, he wouldn't, overbog, over rule, and overuse her.
Burden her.
There will be a balance in the home.
Yeah.
So, but let me continue um, about what this woman was saying. If you look deeply into the woman's definition of a virtuous woman, you know that this virtuous woman she's speaking about is an expensive woman. Yes, there are some women that has, this portion of the Bible has really terrorized them. They're like, oh, she's this, she's that. Look, you are virtuous in your own kind of way. I don't want you to use this standard for yourself. You know what I mean? Do not use this standard alone for yourself. There are basic things every woman should possess, and that I would tell you guys today. Okay? You are virtuous in your own way. If you don't have, she said, Scarlett, I'm going to go down there. If you don't have the things that this woman has, it doesn't make you less of a good woman. The Proverbs 31 woman is just talking about a woman of a noble character. So you go check what is a noble character of high standard. Check them, select them, build yourself, and have a noble behavior. You don't need to possess everything that this woman actually was telling her son.
Good
And because
Lord.
who can even find it, that's the
Mhm.
day that it's difficult to find one person
Like
all
women?
these things. And I want you to understand that the virtuous woman described here is a mother's wish for her son. Your mother's wish for you might be something else. Her wish for her son was a woman that works, a woman that makes money. And we're going to come there. A woman that has bands and gives to the poor, a woman that makes law for herself. Your own mother might wish you get married to a woman that stays home with the children, a woman who does the dishes and gives you good sex, or takes care of you in the house and has nothing to do with outside. I know you're boiling. Hold on, reason.
I'm
That
not
could be
funny.
your
It's just so
own
many
mother's wish
contradictions.
for a virtuous woman. That could be what your mother sees as a virtuous woman. There are some men that don't want their wives to work or make income. I've seen a maker on this platform say the woman should stay at home. His own definition of a virtuous woman is a woman who listens to him and stay at home. So you see,
So the woman doesn't speak at all. Like
that
she
does
doesn't
not
have
speak.
any. Okay,
Yes.
that's
So
control and that's abuse.
to
And
some people,
then he's trying to use the finances, which a lot of men do again. It's not because they want you to stay home. You see, this is the thing that gets me very confused. Actually, I'm not confused. I really know what's happening. It's like the men say they don't want the woman to work, right? And they want her to stay home. It's things that women have been doing since the beginning of time, raising children, nurturing and taking care of their families. It's a natural thing that comes with women. But then men would also take that power that they have because they're providing financially only and then discredit the woman's contribution in the home with all the numerous things that she does. And women don't have 9 to 5 at home. They don't have insurance or benefits or anything. They're basically giving their life for their family. And then they use that because they're providing financially to abuse the women and then silent and quiet their voices. That is not humane at all. And I don't see that as a man that is virtuous or a biblical thing. It's not. Even the Bible doesn't talk about abusing women.
no, the Bible does not talk about an abusing woman. But I'm just saying, here is so many men. I'm speaking to the women who are trying to, put themselves in the standard of a virtuous woman to tell
No,
you that there's
the
different,
men can raise children.
that there are
Sorry, the
different, there are
comment.
different baseline. Now, we possess varying different kind of qualities as women, and there's a baseline for every woman. Now, if you're a
Mhm.
woman, I have 5 baseline for you, which you must possess if you're a woman. So let's leave the virtuous woman and everything, the family and this one. These are the baseline. Kindness. As a woman, are you kind? Are you rigid? As a woman, you must be flexible. You can never be masculine. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't. Are you rigid? Are you the one that says this thing must stand and it stands?
What's
Or are
masculine?
you kind?
What's masculine, Miss Francesca?
Masculine is a woman that possesses the qualities of a man or wants to be the man, when she's with
What
a
does that
man.
mean? I want to know what that means.
A woman who wants to make decisions for the man.
For the
A woman who
family
wants to control the
or for the
man.
man? I don't understand.
No, when you're with a man,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you as a woman, you're supposed to be feminine.
Mm-hmm.
You're not masculine. There's a reason why God created you without the big muscles, the biceps,
Mm-hmm.
and the deltoid
What does
muscles.
that have to
So
do with
big.
decision making?
No, yes, yeah. I'm trying to. I'm getting somewhere.
Okay.
There's a reason why God created you feminine, beautiful, soft, gentle. Your character don't need to be like that of a man, especially when you're with a man.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I agree.
yes, the man, if you are masculine, you better go be yourself and be alone. You don't have any business being with a man because a man cannot deal with a man. A man is dealing with a woman. That is why God created a man and created a
Mm,
woman for the man. He didn't create
I
two men,
agree.
he
Yeah, those
created
are
a
very
woman
obvious
and
things. I'm
said,
trying to
you are a
understand.
helper. Hold on so that you can understand.
Okay.
And said the woman is a helper. So we have some women that are masculine. Masculine women are disrespectful to their men. They are not loyal
In what
to
way?
their men. Now, you might be different, but I'm trying to tell you that there are a lot of women like that. They are the
But you
ones
were
who
talking about specifically decision making.
want to
That's why I was
control
saying.
the man. Even in decision making, your decision should not overpower that of the man. Allow him make
Overrule.
decisions.
Mm-hmm.
You don't overrule him with decisions
No.
and make him look like he's retarded.
So
No.
no,
Most women wants to
like
make the men look like they don't have sense. I'm telling you the truth. Allow the
I'm
man make the
sorry.
decision. Let me tell you, when the man is called the responsible head, it doesn't mean his head is better than your head or
Mm-mm.
is more responsible. Most women are more responsible, but the man is the responsible head. There is a reason why he's
But
called
that's the
the responsible
contradiction,
head
though.
of the
If you're
family.
saying it, the woman,
Can I
some
come in
women are
here?
more responsible.
I'm sorry, can I
Y-
say something?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I totally agree with what you're saying, um, my sister Francisca, because when a woman is with a man, number one, you are the helper. You should be able to allow the man to take the leadership role. You're only complimenting him, complimenting. And when it doesn't always mean that the man has a better decision, but how do you
Thank
offer
you.
the assistance? If you do it in a controlling manner, you failed because even the Bible said the woman complements. Your role as a woman is to complement or to assist him. That's why even the Bible said, I will give him somebody that is what? Suitable, complementary. So your role as a woman with a man is to complement him. And how do you do that? Is it by making him feel incompetent? If you make a man feel incompetent, you have not succeeded in that God-given
Thank
role as somebody that
you.
should be complementing him. When you're
How
by
do you
yourself as a woman, you can lead yourself. You can do all the leading.
Do what
But
you
when
want to
you're
do.
with a man, please respect the fact
can
that
you
this
hear
is
me?
a man. And when you're assisting,
Exactly.
let it be in a very respectful manner.
Polite way and
That's
respectful
But
way.
that's what I'm trying to
So
say.
yeah.
now I
What
am
does
going to give you
that mean?
guys
We
a
all know what disrespect
Rosemary.
means.
Don't make it seem as
Rosemary.
if he's incompetent.
Can you
That's what
hear
I'm
me?
In what
saying, you
way?
know.
Like
Make it
he's
more like an
actually
advice.
taking part in decision making? Is that what makes a man feel incompetence?
Oh,
I'm trying to
what did you say?
understand.
It depends.
Repeat
See,
yourself.
what he said is not what matters, but how it is said. Do you throw it at him like
Oh, of
his
course, yeah.
own
You
is
don't do that. You shouldn't
irrelevant?
throw it at him. Of course,
That's
you have to be
Not
respectful.
really
what I'm saying
I
by
think yeah.
how you do it.
And anybody
So
that wants to be in any
because
relationship with somebody, especially if you're getting married, you should definitely respect your partner above basically anybody. I think that should be just a given. You should respect your wife and your husband. Like that should just be common sense. I think.
Okay, well, the common sense is not common, and that's why we're having this discussion
I
because
guess
what you think is
we can
common
reiterate that.
is not
But
everybody
a
that thinks
woman's
it's
voice is
common.
very needed in decision making.
absolutely.
Yes, of course. The woman is not neglected in the decision making, but I have okay. Let me ask
I
you a question.
do not agree
If
that the
you're
man is the one that makes all the
Hold on, let
decisions.
me ask you a question, Rosemary. If you say I must buy a car this
Mm-hmm.
month, that's a decision, right? And your
Mm-hmm.
husband says, we are not buying a car this month. We have to
Okay.
buy it in 6 months' time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue to use the car we have.
Okay.
Would you go ahead and buy the car this month?
I mean, are we
if you
having
have
a
the money.
discussion, or is it just that I'm just like saying, "Oh, I want to get a car," and maybe I'm just assuming I have the money right now,
You
and I'm
have
just
the
like, "Oh, I
money,
want to get a car," and
but
he
there's
just
the
says,
So
the
we're
"Oh,
money
talking
is
about
there.
we, not
Hold
I,
on.
in
The money
marriage.
is there in the family. All
okay,
right. The family has the money to buy the car. And you as the woman says, I have to get a car this month.
mhm.
And your husband says, we have to wait
Let's
and
wait.
get a car in 6 months' time. Whose decision would rule?
we're,
Are
we're
you
talking about it.
going
We're
to
we're
buy the
coming
car
to an
this month
agreement."
or you wait for 6 months?
No, I mean, yes, I'm saying we're having a conversation about it, so we understand where he's
We're
coming
talking
from,
about
and vice versa.
decision making because you've been so keen on decision making.
Oh
And
no,
this
I
is
mean that's what I'm saying. It's not there's no control situation here. If you're telling me not to buy something, of course I'm gonna take your reason and your decision into consideration. Very important. But we're gonna talk about it. Like why don't you want me? And then we can go into like the reasons and stuff and be like, okay. And then I may even convince him at the end of the conversation, like and he's like, okay, you know what, just get the car. I think it's okay. And then he may also convince me that okay, we shouldn't get the car now.
okay.
Then we just
So
wait.
if the husband is a less talker and he's not somebody that knows how to talk so many words. Look, I'm a pastor, right?
I think
And
that's not true. I think
I
that's
have
abuse.
no, hold on. I'm a pastor. I've spoken to couples, and there are some men that would not even say a word or two
Hmm.
about the situation. All you hear is, if they even say anything, is maybe the beginning and the end. They don't know how to say too much. If you have a husband
Then they should go for
and
therapy.
then you say you want to buy a car, and then he says, we can't get a car right now.
Okay.
We can get the car in 6 months. And then you
Hmm.
bring all your reasons. And he's a less talker. He doesn't want to talk much. He just says, please, we'll buy the car in 6 months. Would you go ahead and buy the car?
I mean, it already shows that we're not in basically on the same mindset and wavelength in the relationship. So it already shows that there's a problem there.
Would you go ahead
I
and buy
will
the
probably
car?
buy the car already. Like if we're not having discussions and having an agreement, I probably would buy the car, especially if we have the resources or I have the resources to buy the car. And it's probably at this point I'm thinking it's something that I or the woman has planned to do. And then at this point it's something that she needs to do or she wants to do. So if there's no conversation, that's what I'm saying, it's abuse. You can't just say, "Oh, don't buy the car." There's no ultimate decision making in a relationship when it comes to the man. This whole thing about men having the supreme power or whatever, there's no such thing as that. I do not believe in that. That's not a thing at all. It's a joint effort. It's a marriage. Both parties are there. There are some times that your man would say some things, and of course, you have to listen to him. Vice versa, the woman too will say some things. I mean, right now, we're moving. I mean, like I said, I'm engaged. So we're moving right now. My fiance is moving stuff to our apartment with his dad and his friends. So it's like there's decision making. And even this weekend, I was the one that was telling him and we're deciding
There's
to
somebody I'm
move.
hearing. I think that's Maury. I think you're listening to yourself. I don't know. Yes. So please don't put it
Sorry.
on speaker. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Continue.
decided this weekend. So it's like it's a joint thing. And then he talked about us using trucks and we talked that he said he didn't want to. And yeah, I saw reason we had the conversation and he's not using that. So there's no one person. That's actually how people fail in relationships. If you decide not to listen to the woman because you're some insecure person and you don't want to, I think it's actually very foolish not to listen to your wife because you are the head of the family and you don't want to listen to a woman. So why did you marry her? Why are you with her?
All right. Now let me talk to you. Let me talk to you.
There's no
You
Supreme
said you will go
Court.
ahead and buy the car.
Yes, I will.
You will not respect the man's decision and trust it
No,
for not getting a car.
he didn't respect my decision either. Like there was no consideration of my decisions or my feelings or the reasons I want to get the car at that time.
What if you already have a car and he says you guys can get a car in 6 months, change your cars in 6 months?
I mean, that's fine. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm probably assuming that the woman has the money and everything is ready at that time
So
because she wants to change her car.
you just buy the car. You go ahead, not wanting to know, as in whatever. You go ahead and buy a car.
Yeah, I would. And as a woman, I know that I probably would have been talking about this before
So
that
what
day
if you
or
go
whatever
ahead and buy
happens.
the car and it shows a lot of disrespect for the man,
That's not
and
disrespect.
this leads to the man actually walking out of that marriage?
That's fine. I mean, that's on him. That's on him.
You don't
If he
care,
thinks
just
the
leave it
woman
for
doesn't
them.
have sovereignty over herself or decisions that she wants to make in her life, that we get this one life, a woman doesn't have because she's a woman. I don't think they should be married. I do not think they should be married.
I
Okay.
don't think that's exactly where we're going.
But that's
My
what she's
understanding.
trying to say about you not
Um.
listening, because she's giving room for the man, but there's no room for the woman here. Because
I
assuming the woman has talked about this, because women don't just say, oh, they want to do something. Like, not like me, I can say, I would talk about something with my fiance over and over. And he's more quiet too. So actually, you're very right on that one. He's very quiet. But he does communicate with me. And like I said, therapy or counseling, if people don't have skills, and you're quiet, it's fine if you're quiet. But in your relationship with your partner, even if you don't talk 10 times and she talks 10 times, you should be able to
So as
convey
a
your
woman, if
words.
a man says let's not do this,
No,
you can't just be quiet and like, okay, let me see if he changes his mind. You have to contest it.
no.
You have
There's
to.
some things I would agree because like I said, I trust my partner. So there's so many things he would say, like, don't, like
This is a
yesterday I was
huge
doing something.
decision in the family,
Yeah,
and you say
he
you
takes
go
some
ahead
decisions
and buy
and
the
I'm
car.
just like, I don't
All right.
question it. Yeah.
Okay. So there are some baseline that I expect every woman to have, even if it's not that of a Proverb 31 woman. There are some baseline I expect you to have as a woman. That is kindness. How hard, how rigid are you? Are you a kind person? Are you a good
On both
person? Do you show
parties.
kindness to your spouse, to other people? Do you show kindness to the poor? Do you see people and you have this heart to help? Or are you your own self kind of person? Respect. These are the baseline every woman should have. If you're a woman and you're not ready to respect the man that you want to call your head or your husband, then you have no business being with the man. These are the
I
baseline.
agree.
Even before marriage, I'm speaking to our girls. These are some of the baseline I expect you to have as a woman: kindness, respect, and submission. Another thing is submission, which is very big. The Bible has taught us as the woman to submit unto the man, okay, and the man is supposed to submit to God. So, as the woman, you have a role to play in submission. You have, that's movie. You're the one I accepted, right? Okay,
Yes, I've been
because you
patiently
see, showing,
I've been patiently waiting.
okay, you see, showing that you're requesting. That's what I'm asking.
No, I
Um,
am on. I am on, but I am not seeing anyone.
okay, you're not seeing
Everyone.
Oh, we can
anyone.
see you. I mean, I can
Yes,
see you on the
You
side. I
can't
can
see
see you.
me.
but
I
we
can't see you. I
can
can't
we
see
can
Okay,
anyone.
see you.
you know
Maybe
what?
you should
I want you to
cancel it
leave.
and request him
I,
again.
I want you
Maybe,
to leave
maybe.
and request me
Yeah,
again.
probably. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
wow, I can't believe you can see me,
Oh,
Sense.
I can see like
Yeah,
the
we
four.
can see you all.
Yeah,
We
I can
can
see you
all see
too.
you. So just remove yourself and come, as in leave the light. How do I say it? I don't want to
Yeah,
remove you so that it doesn't stop me from
yeah,
bringing you back. They say
yeah.
if I do that,
I am trying to figure out I
I
how
think just I don't know. Go out. I've
how
never
Just
done that.
how
exit
to
Maybe
and
remove
come
myself
back
just
from.
in.
exit and
probably
come back
press the
in and
X.
join the live.
Yeah, the
Okay.
X on top,
How will
and
I
then just
exit?
go back,
Okay,
come
leave.
back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And then request me again. I'm going to accept you. I'm seeing a maker and some people like that. I'll bring you guys in. Since I said you should come back, please let me bring him back in before I accept other people. So submission, as the woman, you have to submit. Now, the Bible made you a helper to the man. Okay, it means the man had a kingdom, but there's
Hmm.
something deficient, and that is help. You are the helper.
Hmm.
You're not always going to meet a man who is 100% perfect. If you have people who are 100% perfect, they don't need a
True.
helpmate. You understand? It's because
Hmm.
there's something imperfect about the man, and that's why God said, you know what? I'm gonna give him a helpmate, which is you, the woman. So you don't come into the life of a man and man him up or be a man to him. No, you come to the life, you come to a man and be a helper. And by helping, can you see us now, Marie?
No, not at all.
Oh
I
God,
don't know.
That's
there's something wrong
unfortunate.
with your this thing today. I think it's your I don't know, you know.
Okay. I don't know if I will have if I will have if I will have a privilege to do my little
Oh yeah,
contribution. Then I
do
Yeah.
your little contribution before you
I
go, so
mean,
I
you
can
can
accept
hear us,
somebody
right?
else.
You can hear us.
Since we can,
yes, I can hear.
we can see
Yes,
you,
I
but
Yeah,
can
I
we
mean,
hear
can't
you
then
see
people.
else.
I mean, I think that should be fine. I think your video, we can see you, so you
Yeah.
can
So
go
do
ahead
your
and say what you want to
contribution.
say. Hi,
Yeah,
Emma.
my contribution on this issue is that
Working around?
can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, is that I think
No.
a good example for a woman to follow in her marriage is to accord that the same respect that she accord to her father, no matter what, or no matter what her father does. A woman will definitely try to listen to her father. So I think if these virtuous women of nowadays should try to emulate that and apply it into their marriage, I believe all this conversation won't be like going forth and back for
Please put
over
on the
this
AC.
issue.
Put
But,
on the AC.
Now,
but,
secondly, any woman, like I can totally agree to what Mama is just saying. Any woman that feels that her husband shouldn't have the final say in a marriage. Yes, maybe it might work for you for some certain years, and I can guarantee you that there will be no longevity in that marriage. Because first of all, as a woman, it's not like first of all we have to understand that this is a religious, no, a Christian platform, right? Which means that whichever way it is like we ought to have like some certain knowledge about the Bible, right? So it's not like we are just in a platform that maybe everybody will just bring their own idea. And one thing I must be very honest to myself is that maybe if I'm trying to make any point or I'm trying to insinuate any narrative here, that maybe three of you in this platform now, in this on this live, like are paying attention to me and say no, 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 no. That means there is no time, no matter the level of my education, there is no time I will assume that, oh, I know it better than three of you because you don't know me from a kind of pin, right? So I think this is another form for we to try to correct ourselves when we are trying to make some kind of point. Now, as a woman, it's not like a man will be autocratic, like try to decide everything. No, but as a virtuous woman, I think that you should be ready to like willingly submit. Like maybe you might see that your man is not really, maybe what your man is trying to tell you, you are like stuck to what you want to do. But as a woman, with that your that your self as a woman, you should be willing because there is like for me, there are some things I try to see in persons. Your willingness to do something. You might not really want to do something, but when you show someone willingness to do something, the person might give you a pass. The person will say, okay, yes, so maybe this person, this woman or this man is willing to do this thing. But maybe the person does not really know your heart, if that is really coming from your heart, right? So
Yeah.
I think if you want to buy a car, yes, you are keen to, you can live without that car, right? And you have been living without that car. Let's be very honest. Whatever thing we want to purchase or want to acquire in a relationship, you have been living without that thing. You have known this person before those things. So it's like when you put those things first before that person, I think you will have a big problem. Now, when your husband says, no, baby, it's not like your husband say, no, I've just decided, no, we are not going to buy it. No, definitely there must be conversation. I want to buy so and so thing. Okay. Maybe we'll wait now, maybe next month or one or two.
that's what I was
I say,
saying.
okay, okay. I've heard it. No, because no, I believe that no man will just come and say, no, don't buy a car. Definitely, like we
No,
must
not a mentor.
understand that there must be conversation. It's not like somebody will just wake up and say, no, don't buy a car. No, there must be conversation. So when we are talking, we will not just talk as if maybe there wouldn't be a conversation prior to taking decision. No, definitely there will be a
That's
conversation. And the way you respond to that conversation will determine, because like sometimes you might say no to someone, but from your conversation we actually show someone that you have already concluded, even without you saying no. So logically somebody will not say, oh, since as we are saying this conversation is only that point that you said no, that is the point I'm holding. No, sometimes based on conversation you have already, from what you say and the way you react to things, someone might have like tried to conclude that, okay, even if this person say yes or no, I don't already see am from a manner of speech, right? So
So, Samuri,
I think,
if
yeah,
if a woman tells the husband that she wants to buy a car, you know,
yes,
and then the husband doesn't elaborate
yeah,
too much, but all he
mm-hmm,
says, honey or something, let's just buy the car in 6 months' time.
mm-hmm.
That's it. Should the woman go ahead and buy the car?
No.
Or just wait if the man changes his heart? Or wait for the
Okay,
6 months?
No,
no,
like he said. I mean, he said most of the
no,
things I
no.
said too, and I agree with him.
This question, the dynamics now.
Most of what he
I think
said.
if a man, maybe a man who is an introvert, and he say no, let's wait till 6 months. Then as a woman, like maybe you are not satisfied because everyone has that right to express. Like no, at least as a woman, I wouldn't just say no, you should just say no, 6 months. No. You say, depending on the kind of woman, right? Maybe out of curiosity, you might say, honey, why did you say so? Or give me more reason why we should
And
wait.
if he does
So
not
from the
open up,
if the man does not open up, I think in my own wisdom, or I stand to be corrected, the woman as a submissive woman, right? You can say, okay, let me wait till 6 months. Then when
that's
that
just
six
all I
months,
want to hear. It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's an easy thing. There are
Sometimes,
some battles that we shouldn't
and
fight
you
that
know
are
why
not
I
necessary.
ask extreme
Six
questions? Because
Exactly, and
months.
these
that's
are
why
things
they should
that
be
has
able to be
happened
able
in
to have
so
a
many
dialogue.
marriages. It has happened in so
okay,
many marriages.
yeah,
And I'm telling you,
like
you might say,
like
why is your question extreme? Why are you not giving room? I don't want to give room for negotiations because it makes it easy for you. Okay, we now discussed it. If the man says no and does not say much, do you wait or do you get the car?
Wait six
Wait six
months. 6 months is
months.
not a big deal.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
I
not
No,
a
mean,
big
there are
deal.
battles that are not
That same
necessary
man
to
can
fight.
come back tomorrow and change his mind because at the
That's
end of the
no.
day,
right.
he saw you submitted and
Yes.
kept
It's
quiet.
even in the
You know,
Bible.
sometimes the head of the man is
Your
so proud to
That's
do
not
so
actions.
many things.
submission. That is
Don't.
just control and abuse.
All right, Samuri, God bless you.
I mean, if
thank
we
you,
want to keep
thank
peddling
Somebody, I
this
wish your network was good.
African or Nigerian way
Bye.
of
you.
abusing women, I mean, I guess, but I'm not a party to it.
Okay, okay,
Mhm. Submission does
okay.
not mean you're, like I said, alpha omega, or the
Nobody,
woman doesn't have any skin.
nobody is saying
But
that
that's
at
what it
all. But if
sounds
we go by
like,
the
because if you
biblical,
keep
Mama, should I
encouraging the
leave?
woman, you're
Yes,
encouraging the woman
yes.
to
Oh,
Let me
wait.
bring
Why is the man not encouraged to do the same? Isn't he supposed to love his wife and his family like he loved the church?
doing that
So he
does
doesn't. So
not
he
mean
should
that
have
the
more
guy does not
grace
love
for
her.
his wife and the family. It's kind of
What if you want to buy
Emeka
a
have
vehicle
accepted
today and
you.
then 6 months later he gets you something bigger? God does
Emeka,
that to us.
Of course,
Can
close
I
yeah,
your
say
chest
something? God
definitely.
does that
before
to
you
And
us.
I
start
You can
saying I
ask
definitely
God
now.
for.
agree.
I don't
Yeah, I
like
definitely
this.
agree. Because there are
There
so
you
many things
go.
I've
Close your
wanted to
chest a
do, and
little.
then I
We
had
don't want
to,
to see your chest. This is a Christian podcast. I don't
yeah.
want to see your chest. Close it. You started,
Oh,
oh.
it's
You started.
wearing an open shirt.
We can ask God for something now, and God will say, wait, and then later on, He
Thank
gives you
you.
something better. So,
Yeah,
I
exactly. I
mean,
definitely
Yeah.
agree. Women are very
so
good at waiting
that
for
thing you're
us.
asking
So
for the car today, He might 6 months later,
See,
just because
women,
you didn't even
we are
argue it, He might
calm.
give you
yeah,
something
we
bigger.
We
women, when
are.
it
It's
comes to
not,
it, it's not something like,
I don't think it's a
even these
battle
things
that
where
should
no,
be,
I don't think it's a
that can
bad thing
lead to
either.
problems in a
Oh yeah,
marriage.
I mean
Yes.
that's fine. I mean it's a problem in the marriage when the woman's view or her life decisions that she wants to also make for herself are not seen as important or not even taken into consideration. I mean, by using this
You
car
know
thing as
what
an
to be
example.
honest with you, that's for me, that's where courtship comes into play because you know yourself as a woman and you know the things you can tolerate and the things you can't. So if you understand that these are certain areas, then I think it makes more sense when you date with intent to marry somebody that can match that kind of
Exactly, I
Okay.
totally
consciousnness.
agree with
Okay,
that.
then
So
we'll accept you very soon.
Yes, that's why I say people like that
Um,
would not probably want to marry a woman like me because it's not going to work for me. And then they could see another woman that would just want the man to say everything and all the decisions, and it's
no.
totally fine. As
No.
far
no,
as it
that's
works for
not
them.
I don't think there's a woman in today's world
And
that
actually,
would
I
allow.
actually champion that. I do like the fact that women are not agreeing to that anymore, because it is. That's what I'm saying. It leads to abuse. It totally leads to abuse. We're not going to sit here and pretend like that doesn't lead to men abusing women on a grand scale, especially as a Nigerian community. it's I have friends. Even I have a friend that she's a medical doctor, and she got married and everything. She did everything right. She was a virgin. Everything was perfect. We're in her wedding, like, and still things did happen, and it was from him being jealous and insecure because she was just going to work.
I can tell you that she ignored the red flags
No,
because they're always
Yeah.
there.
I definitely agree with that. So I'm trying to say, and that's another problem with women too. We're like, oh, we could probably change the man because it's part of nurture. Society
That's
kind
a
of
big issue.
conditioned.
So they walked
They've
into a death
conditioned
trap.
us because I was guilty of that in the past too. Because I definitely understand, but you have to when you're, as I'm saying,
Get
age to kind
married
of makes you more
to a
mature.
partner, not a prayer
Oh no,
point. So when you see
definitely,
your red
Exactly.
I
flags,
do not believe
avoid
prayers would change
it.
anybody. It's
Never
never really worth
marry somebody with intent to change them.
that
Yes.
part.
Because
There are things you
when
can
you date,
definitely
see, the
work on.
problem people make is, can I say, the problem people make is, because I always tell somebody, the door opener is, the Bible says, do not be what? Do not be unequally yoked.
Yeah,
So the door opener is we're both Christians. Once that happens, then your next step is to look at the person's character. What are your core values? What are the things you're able to compromise on? These are the things that can, the glue that can either get the marriage together or break it. So
yeah.
people make that mistake of, like she said, prayer points. Marry, remember that you're marrying character. Somebody might be a Christian, but how have they evolved in their walk with the Lord? You as a person, what are your core values? What are the things that you're ready to compromise in? And those ones, what are your deal breakers and your deal makers? We ignore these things. The red flags are there, but they're saying, oh, like somebody was telling me, oh, you're so much into, like, I know you love fashion about this. I said, no, I don't like his dressing, but you can change him. I said, that's one thing I'll never do. I'll never marry somebody with intent. Marry them the way they are.
Yes.
If they choose to, that's fine, but never, because number one, it's very unfair of you to want to change somebody.
I totally
Marry them the
agree.
way
You
they are.
can
If they want to
enhance
change,
them,
that's it. You can
not
encourage it,
change
Yeah,
them.
do
but you
enhance is
cannot
very
You
change
can
important.
somebody.
enhance.
Yeah,
So this is the
Maybe he
mistake
doesn't
a
have a
lot of
good
people
fashion
make.
sense.
yeah.
There's
Women
one
help
popular
women in
pastor
their
that I
fashion
love.
all the time.
The
It's good.
wife says he didn't have a good fashion sense. She started buying him clothes to iron him, and if you see him, there are certain things you
But what
enhance
if you
about a
decide
man.
not to? No, what I'm saying is, do not, because she said you can change him. And I said, no, that's not even I'm
I
using this
Oh, I
because
never
that was
said you can
something
change
that
him. I didn't
happened.
say
And
that.
I now went into saying, never
I never
marry
said you can
someone
change
with
him.
intent to change
Yeah.
them.
hmm
Because if
So
they want,
let
if
me let
it's
me
something
let,
you can tolerate, fine. If not, leave them alone.
leave them alone. Let me
I
continue
definitely
with the
agree. That's what I
baseline
said.
for every woman. If you're a woman and you're listening to me, there are certain things I want you to possess as a baseline. When they say a baseline quality, it means it's something that should be seen in every woman.
Mhm.
Is
So
this also qualities
it's
that
not
men should
specific.
also
It's
attain
not.
for?
It's not. What did you say?
Is this also qualities? Are these also qualities that men should also attain for? You're talking
Now
about
we're talking about
virtue,
finding a
Talking
virtuous
about the
woman.
kindness,
woman.
Today we're talking
loyalty.
about a woman, so I need the
Okay.
women to listen.
All
When we come to the
right.
man, yeah, we'll talk about the men, but we're talking about the qualities that are baseline. And I say this because you might not possess everything the virtuous women have. They say she is dressed on expensive clothes, scarlet. Those days, that scarlet are colors that are worn by specific people that are rich and everything. So the
Oh,
Bible says when there is winter in
Scarlet.
her home, when there is snow or whatever, she's not even scared because or the whole household is dressed on scarlet. So this is
Mm.
a rich woman. And you,
Fur
what you
coat,
can afford for yourself might be Shein,
authentic fur.
maybe Shein, maybe Abba clothes, maybe Bend Down and Select, maybe Fashion Nova. You are beautiful in your own skin. Understand? You cannot strive to be like the other person to say, oh, I'm a virtuous woman. No. Look, there are some baseline as a woman in terms of character that you
Mhm,
should possess. And that is what I've said before: kindness, respect,
mhm,
submission for the man, meaning you submit to his decisions. Sometimes, yes, those decisions, just submit to them. There are ways that you can change a man, but you don't change a man by disagreeing with him. That is one mistake most women make.
I don't
They
understand.
think that we can change this
yeah.
man by always disagreeing with him, by
No,
disagreeing
allow
with his
them to be
decision.
who they are.
What does
Exactly.
that
So
mean?
when
That's
you
something. That's the same
when
question
you
I've
keep
asked from the beginning.
when you say I can change a man by always disagreeing with him, you push that man forward into wanting to man up in that relationship,
No,
wanting
that's
to be the
okay.
man, because he knows that everything he tries to do, you are like a fighter. He starts to see like
Hmm.
a man himself. Okay, so we don't change men by disagreeing with him, and that is the submission we're talking about, submission in terms of ideas, most times you can have a better idea, but then how you put that idea that doesn't make the
Mm-hmm.
man less of
That's what I'm
himself.
saying.
He retains his
Yes.
position as a man and thinks about your idea, maybe overnight, and the next day he says, honey, you know what? This thing you said is right. We're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you make the man call you, you know what, you're my boss lady. Because you know
Mm-hmm.
what, you've made him a king already, and he has given you a title. Knowing that he is the king because of what, the Bible said that when you see the husband of the virtuous woman from the gate, he's recognized. Why do you think he's
Mm-hmm.
recognized? One, the Bible told us how rich this woman is. Because you see his clothing, you see that he is dressed with fine linen, you would recognize such a man, courtesy of the woman. So there is how you treat a man that gives him recognition before others.
That
Okay?
makes him
And
flourish, whatever he
yes,
does.
Yeah, but
and
women
he sits
mostly
with
take care of
elders.
their
He
men.
sits with
It's a natural
elders
thing.
and is respected among them on the table. Why? Because you know why? Some of those men don't even have the virtuous women at home. They envy him. They look at him and like, we respect you. Do you know why they respect you? Do you know why they respect him? Because he has a rich wife who does not
Yeah, because
disrespect
women make
him.
men look good.
He has a rich wife who takes care of his home when he's not around
Hmm.
and doesn't brag about it and
It's very
doesn't make him
big.
less of a man. He has a rich wife that wakes up at night to make the dishes like the Bible says and doesn't tell him, I cannot cook for you.
Wait, wake
I cannot do
up
this.
at night. What do you mean? Like in the middle of the night to cook?
The Bible describes her as a woman. He might not be wakes up middle of the night to cook, but he calls it at
Why?
night and make dishes for the home. Do you know that there are some women that get up as early as 5 a.m. and start preparing the dishes for the children and the husband
Oh
that
yeah, I
goes
mean
to
that's
work
different if you
as
have a
earlier? That's
family.
nice
Yeah,
because it's still
yeah,
dark. So
yeah.
that's what the virtuous woman, that's what the Bible is telling us. So yes, of course, the man is going to be the envy of everybody, and that is where the
But
submission is.
Miss Francesca, you see how things like that are said like that. That's like the church weaponizes a lot of things can be used to abuse women, right? You're saying it's suggested, and also people do it because we're all working class and people have kids. And like I said, I'm the first daughter, so I did all those things for the family. I have 5 siblings, so I did all those things, and even I'm still doing it till today. So I know those things very, very well. So it can be interpreted and actually used to abuse women. It's fine if you're waking up at 5 a.m. because you have a family and things you do. I wake up early too. My fiance does the same thing. But if it's required or it's like, oh, I can just tell, because I've seen some conversations about men like, can you just wake up and go cook for your husband in the night when he wakes you up? Like, personally, me, I would not be waking up to go do any of that. I don't even wake up in the morning to do stuff. My fiance is the one that is a morning person. He wakes up and he cleans, cooks, and he basically wakes me up in bed with food in the morning. And then I wake up whenever he wakes me up. So I'm not really a morning person. So that part would not even work for me. And then waking up, that's just abuse. I wouldn't even do that to him.
Okay.
Except maybe someone is sick or something. We
Okay.
cannot hear you. I think he's
Um,
muted.
Emeka, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I think he's muted.
Um, you have a woman of God. Thank you so much. Let me bring somebody else. I see your message. Thank you. God bless you. Uh, okay. This person that say he has been trying to add me. So your fiance is the one who wakes up at night,
In
or
the
in the
morning,
morning,
he mostly
and
wakes up
give you
early
food. He
because he's an
cleans the
early
whole
riser. Yeah,
house, does the
yeah,
dishes, and
yeah.
cook
He
for
does
you.
dishes and he makes breakfast for me. And
Where and on the bed. Where is your
yeah,
fiance from?
he's white.
He's a white guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why did you choose the white guy over, uh, over a black guy or a
No, I
Nigerian?
didn't
Because
choose
you're
any. I
Nigerian.
dated a lot of Nigerians too, and a Nigerian have done that for me too before. I think also it's just the. I don't think I chose anybody. It just happened. We knew each other before, and then we didn't see each other, and then we met on a dating site, and it was even just more of like, oh, hi, because we went to school together, and we got talking, and we didn't talk for months, and then I called him by mistake, basically, and then we ended up talking for hours on end. And we went on a date the next day, I think so, or the day after. I think it was like one day in between or something. And it was on the weekend. And basically, we've been together since then.
Okay. So you're one out of 10 women that would have a fiancé do all those. So we're not talking about you. We're talking about people who actually would not have a fiancé do all those for them. in the
Yeah, but
morning.
why do we have to tell women to wake up at 5 a.m. to go cook if they don't need to? If you have family and all those stuff, I understand you have to do what you have to do. But it's,
If you don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. to cook or 6 a.m. to cook, why do you have to wake up?
yeah, why do you have to do that?
We're talking about, no, you don't have to. We're
Okay.
talking about women with responsibilities. You keep the home as the woman. Okay?
Yeah.
You do
And so
certain
does the
things, you
man
keep
too.
the
He keeps
home.
the home.
The man makes the home,
Yeah, he keeps the home
the
too.
woman keeps it.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
know
know, you
the
know,
woman is the one that is kind of like the overseer of everything in the house.
good. So let me continue the qualities. Emeka, can you hear me now?
I think
No,
he's
I
muted. We can't
cannot
hear
hear
him.
you. I think, put on your volume, put, um, like, put
Babes,
your volume up,
is he back?
put your volume up.
Oh, I think he's back.
Can you hear me now, Emeka?
Something wrong
Um,
with his mic or something?
Maybe something is wrong with your mic, or increase the volume.
Can you hear me?
Um, yeah, I
Oh
can
yeah, better. Maybe it
hear
was.
you now.
It's probably was connected to your Bluetooth. That's
I
probably
think it was
why.
connected
That
to your
this
Bluetooth.
happened to me
Okay.
before. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So as the woman, you ought to submit. These are the baseline for every woman, and you have to support your
Mm-hmm.
husband. The Bible tells us about a woman that supports her husband. Imagine everything this woman had to do. They didn't say the man. They said she has no worry when it's snow, when it's cold. She has things settled. Sometimes the man gives you, God gives you to the man as this support, as his support system, as his helper.
Mm-hmm.
And you, no matter how much or no matter how belt you are, okay, please, everything God has given to you, if you choose a man and say, this is my husband, you're supposed to support his dreams with everything that you have and not withheld it. Then the next thing is wisdom. There are so many women that don't have wisdom. If you read the virtuous woman, you see a lot of wisdom in everything she has done. She's a woman that excelled in wisdom and still never had a place you question. Do you have wisdom as a woman?
How
Or
does
are
some
you
women have it?
careless in decision makings? Are you careless the way you talk? Are you careless in dealing with people? Wisdom is what keeps home. Wisdom is what brings people together. The Bible tells us about that. Even she feeds even the nannies and even the her workers. She's able to, wisdom keeps you in harmony with everybody, and even within your marriage. So this is what the Bible says. So please, I want you to possess these 5 qualities that I wrote down. If you have them, you are good to go. You are good to be called a wife. The other side of having big family land, buying her own houses, her properties, her lands, you may not be there right now, doesn't make you less than a virtuous woman.
Mm-hmm.
There are some men who doesn't even want their wives. They think they provide everything for their wives. They give her everything she wants. And then she's not out there working because the Bible says she works with
I
her
definitely
hands.
agree with that too.
That doesn't make you a less than a virtuous
Mm-hmm.
woman. That's, she's also a virtuous woman if she's doing the right thing by her husband. The husband say, okay, providing everything, and you can still save up and do some things that you want. It's okay. Like I said, it doesn't make you less than a virtuous woman. So please, kindness, respect, submission, wisdom, and support are the things that I want you to possess as a virtuous woman. Before we go into the main reading of that scripture, let me see. I see so many people. Hold on,
Yeah,
who do I
many.
accept?
I mean, that's many
Okay,
women
let me
possess
accept
already.
this thing again. I will accept you guys as you come, please. I'm trying to. Emeka, I asked Emeka a long time. Have you changed?
Nah, I cannot change. No, I'm not a
That's the
change.
problem.
I'm like
That's
this.
Does it
the
make her agree
problem.
with the qualities of a virtuous woman, as
Um.
she said?
Okay, yeah, I have a question for Emeka because I think he has been listening to us. God bless you. I see your message that you've been requesting.
Mama,
Oh, you
sorry.
came in. Are you the one taking care of the baby in the house?
Yes. Sorry, baby.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah,
You're
come,
an
come.
upright man. Oh, when I
You
see
see,
Come
most
on,
like this
men,
is
baby.
an example. Like you should be a father. He's taking care of his
when I
child
see most
as you
men doing this, I'm
should.
proud of them.
That's good.
Um, you know, um,
It's
because most men will not. So
Yeah,
when I see some men with these
because they
policies, I'm
think it's
Is
proud
a
of them.
woman's.
Reka, I
is
have
a
a question
woman's job.
for you.
It's not a woman's job. If you're a parent, you take care of
It
your
is.
children. It's not a
It
woman's job.
is. It is.
It's
It
not.
is.
Actually, the man, physically, you guys are built to actually do things. So it's not a woman's
Reka,
job. The
you want
woman
to
is
say
supposed
you
to
cannot
nurture
take
and
care of
take care
the
of the
child.
kids. You're supposed
That
to take care of your children. You're a
that's not
parent.
taking. That's not taking care of a child. That's like nursing a baby, and I don't think
Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm
what
saying. Nursing a
men
baby
So
are
you
is
cannot
supposed to
different
do.
from
nurse a child
taking
when
care of
your
your
wife is
child.
away.
How can I? How can I? It's a
You
woman
can't
thing.
feed
That's
her a
why women give
bottle. You
birth.
can't feed her a bottle.
It's a
You see
different
your
thing,
time, eh?
but nursing a baby,
I am
but
seeing
nursing a
why
Nobody's
baby
talking
have
about nursing.
kids
is not a
Nursing is
question.
so that you people
suckling
can
on
do
the
with
breast.
yourselves.
That's different.
What he's
I'm
doing is
talking about
nursing
you can
a
nurse a
baby,
baby with a bottle. Yeah.
like nursing a baby the way he's nursing a baby at home
Yes.
with a baby.
Hmm.
No, that's not what I'm supposed to do. I do
Okay,
my
that's
job,
fine. I mean, I guess you're failing in that part as a man.
and
If you're going
and
to have children, you
and I know
failed if you
and I
can't take
know
care of your
women don't
children.
and I know women don't like men that
That's a
nurse
lie.
babies.
As a woman, and I've
They
spoken
just
to so many
pretend.
women, that's not true at
They
all.
just pretend.
You can
They just
actually call
pretend
a
they
lot of
do.
Nigerian women now in Nigeria, and they would tell you they want their husbands to support them in the house and taking care of their children. That's not true. That's a
No,
lie.
no,
I think in Nigerian men,
I
you guys
don't
have
think so. Women,
weaponized the whole thing about women actually having the babies to letting the woman taking on the whole load. Even what you just
why
said,
you
Miss Francesca,
call
you
it?
said
It's
the
not
woman
load.
is a helpmate.
That's what
But
they
then the
are
men let
meant
the
to do.
woman do
It's not load.
everything in the
It's not
house.
everything.
Doesn't really
It's
sound like
not
a helpmate. That
everything.
means as a man, you're failing. You have failed
The
as a
man
man.
is
Eh,
the
eh,
This
man
is
is
the
the
last
one
time
uh,
I'm
doing
going to bring
everything.
you
The
on.
woman,
If you
the
leave
I'm
woman is
again,
sorry.
I'm going to
I'm
just.
bring. I have
sorry.
others. I have about 10 people I
Yeah,
can
No,
bring.
that's a
Waiting for me
failed
to
man.
accept them.
I'm sorry. I'm bro.
So
Good, bro. Let
weak
me
failed
greet you
man.
first. I heard what you said. Like it's not your duty, but I think when I was talking to my man the last time we chat, I tell you there is a lot of stuff we need to. Our marriage institution as an African
Exactly.
or as the world is being messed up. Why am I saying
As an
this?
African, wait. As an African, like you mean
Yes,
the marriage in Africa?
everywhere we
Everywhere.
are
It's not
not
just in Africa,
adopting.
everywhere.
I'm not. We are
Wait.
Where
not
are you
adopting things
joining me from?
from Midland, Texas.
Okay,
Okay.
the
In
Texas here.
US,
Yeah,
please,
Oh, you're the one in me
please,
that
marriage,
texted me, right?
yes.
Oh, okay.
please.
God bless you.
Thank you, man.
I want to ask you something. You said marriage in Africa, in Nigeria, are messed up.
Yeah,
Please,
our marriage institution, like I said,
is
oh, it's
marriage in
not just in
the
Nigeria, in
West? Is
Africa.
marriage
Yes,
in the
he's
West not messed
right.
up?
What he's saying is right.
Let me just finish. In the West or whatever it is where we have found ourselves here, because I didn't marry from Nigeria, but my wife is in Nigeria. I met her here. But what am I trying to say? I got your point now, where you say you
Hi,
can't. It's not
babes.
your thing. You say it's not your thing to babysit.
Sorry, I'm
Me,
on a
my wife
job.
is a medical practitioner. I'm a financial coordinator with a company, which I cannot measure the company. I work 6 to 6. But being a husband, there's a difference being a husband and being a father. I'm going to clear this because if both of us can come together as a partner, we can have intimacy and to produce a child. And we should also have the same energy we put in having intimacy to raise our child, irrespective whether
Make
you
a
are the
shame
man.
will catch you today.
No,
You say
no.
what?
If you have shame, shame
He's
will
talking
catch
about
you.
raising. No,
Continue,
no.
my
He's
dear.
talking about
Continue.
raising a child is
So
different. Please. I want to
let me
clarify.
finish.
Please,
If you have
wait. Please.
energy, if I have energy to have a sex with my wife and she got pregnant and we have a baby, before we have a sex, we both agree that we are going to take
Exactly,
responsibility
bam.
for whatever action we
Please,
take.
bro,
Bro,
please. I want to clarify, please. I
okay.
want to clarify, please. I have 6 children, right?
Yeah,
I have
I'm
six
not talking
children.
about you. I'm not talking about my own
Hold on.
understanding.
I'm giving you an instance. I have 6 children, and
You
all of
actually
them are
have six
100%.
children right now?
Wait. All of them are 100% dependent on me. Fine. Raising children is different from nursing babies. What I mean
So
is,
if your wife, let me
nursing
ask you a
babies
question.
is the
So
duty
if
of
your
a
wife
woman.
is not at home,
Can we
if your
let him
wife
make
is not at
I want to
home,
hear what Emeka
can't you
wants to
take
say,
your
please.
baby?
No,
Can
Can't you
he
no,
take care of your baby
no
if your
no.
let
wife
him
If she
say
have
what
a
Emeka
baby,
wants to
she's
say.
not. If she have a baby,
You're not
she
feeling
is
it
nursing the
for
baby. That's
anybody.
why.
You're a parent.
See, if she have the baby, she is nursing the baby. That's why in US now, so many people are demanding for women who give birth for the government from the workplace to give them time, like 6 months or 3 months after they give
No,
birth. So
no, no.
if a woman have a child, it's her duty to nurse the child, and she's going to do her duty completely. I'm not getting myself involved in the duty of women. That's what I mean.
Okay,
It does
I
not
It's
mean
not.
that I
agree.
am
That's
I
not
fighting.
the
agree.
duty of women.
Listen,
I
When we're
listen,
agree.
laying on the
I
bed
agree
with
with
the
listen.
you
woman, we're
both.
supposed
Let
to
me
I
finish my
agree.
point.
Okay.
It's not the
I'm
duty of
here.
women.
I'm here. I'm working. I'm providing for them.
As the
I'm
women
doing stuff. It's not
provide
as if
too. Even in
it's if
Nigeria, there is actually been a study in Ghana that
No,
just came out.
let him talk. Let me hear. Let him get his point out. Let me get what
I
where
thought
he's
you
going
already
to.
finished.
yes.
Uh,
I provide everything they need, complete, 100%. But I am not getting myself involved in nursing baby. Do you know
Okay.
why?
Why?
Because I know as someone whom has understood women, women don't even like it. Forget they will come and tell you, oh my God, we love it. I love you to be feeding baby. I want you to do this or to change diapers, stuff like that. Let's be honest. That is a woman job. And this is the same thing as us that are men. Men, wait, let me feel. We that are men, they are the kind of job that you wouldn't want your wife to do. You wouldn't want your wife to be a mechanic. You wouldn't want to see your wife in a dirty vest every day. You wouldn't want
Actually,
your
where I
wife to
grew up
be a
in
mechanic,
Kuwait, there was a very
right?
famous mechanic that
So
was across the
it's the
street.
same thing.
That's a mechanic.
Women don't like men who nurse babies. That's why most of them,
That's a
if
man.
women want to get married, they want to marry men that makes money than them. They want to marry men that are bosses.
It's
Bosses
just a
don't nurse
natural
babies.
thing.
okay.
Let me
Bosses
ask
Okay.
don't
you.
nurse baby.
You see,
Every woman today will like to marry a man that is richer than her. And I don't think that every woman thinks that this man that is richer than me, this man that is a boss that I like so much because he's strong and he's powerful. I want him to be in the bedroom
Hold
changing
on,
diapers and
Emeka.
nursing
Hold
babies.
on. If you
It doesn't
happen to
work.
be, let me ask you this question, please. Everybody, hold on. If you, I'm trying to get something straight here. If you happen to be home and your wife has to go out and do the groceries to come and cook, and the baby is home, will you not nurse your child for the period when your wife is away?
No, someone else we go and do the grocery for her.
Can you imagine?
okay. Can I
My
say something?
beloved, God bless you. Don't worry. Hold on. I am asking. Let me get to this
Oh my
Emeka somewhere.
God.
If there is nobody to do the groceries,
This
it's
is some
you and your
serious
wife in
stuff.
the house, and then she goes out to go and buy stuffs for food and to come cook, Emeka, and you have a 6 month old baby that still feeds on bottles, has a diaper change, would you not stay with the child for the period while she's away?
Depending on how long, I will choose to go for the groceries to start with. Depending on how long,
If she's the one that
I
can
can
do the
be
groceries based on what she wants to cook.
I cannot do it. I cannot. She cannot tell me what she wants. I'll go and get it for her.
She cannot
In
tell
this
you what.
scenario, this question I'm asking you is, she is, Rebecca, you have coconut head. If you stress me here, I don't want to cost you.
Ah,
I'm just asking you a simple,
you
don't
make
anger,
you.
don't, oh God,
You
Jesus, you're stressing me out.
make you.
You're stressing me out.
Ma'am,
God, God help me.
the only
Emeka,
thing,
if your wife has to go out and do groceries and you
I mean, it's
stay
kind
with
of what you were
baby,
saying, even the decision
will
thing. I mean,
you
he's saying like
stay with
his wife can
baby
tell him what to do
or
or go
you will
get
not stay with the
groceries.
baby?
And he can't even
If
stay with his child, the child that he created,
It's
helped to create.
wait,
what
Because
let
what
me,
do you mean? What do
I
you
know
mean?
you're
provision
not
Hold
just
on.
happy with
ends with
what Emeka
money.
is
Because
saying.
women don't go
I'm
out
trying
to
to
I'll
work,
get
so
provide for
something
her.
provision just
from
ends with
him.
money.
I just so that the video doesn't, so that people can hear just, one and conversation. If you are the one that has to stay home for her to go do the groceries, would you not take care of your child that you born?
To be to be
Who said
honest,
that?
right? To be honest, eh, I can be with a baby because number one, I love children. That's why I have a lot of them. I can be with a baby. She can go and do brief things and come back to the baby. But that's not what we are talking about. That's not nursing babies. But having to stay with a baby, like she go to work and I'm at home with a baby, or she go out to groceries that she'll spend
Okay,
like
now
1 hour
I want
or
to
so.
ask you another
I'll
question,
not do
Emeka.
that.
If you have a job that you can work from home, like in America, some of the jobs is work from home, and you're getting paid big money, your money is good, and you're able to work from home and take care of a child while your wife has a supporting job that she has to go out of the house maybe 3 days or 4 days in a week and come back in the evening, and you have a 6 month old, can you nurse that child?
No,
What would you do?
I rather do the job. I rather do the job. I rather do extra work.
All right. Let's continue, my beloved. God bless you. I want you
I'm
to know
so
that
sorry for
men like
laughing.
Emeka are not worthy of
Emeka, my Igbo
emulation.
brother.
I'm sorry for laughing. This is ridiculous.
Don't
You
take
are,
people like him very seriously. He's
No,
not
let's
no.
worthy
be
I
of
mean,
emulation.
he is
let's
Okay.
be
serious. I mean,
let's be
Emeka,
honest
aren't you
here. Like
serious?
let's
He,
be honest.
he sounds like he's
See,
serious.
every
I'm
home,
taking him
every
serious.
home run
I'm
differently.
serious. I'm not kidding.
Yeah,
Every
he's serious.
home,
I'm taking him seriously.
every home run differently. I see some comments like, "Oh, you become a woman." Let me. Just I say something. You can see why issues, especially let me put in America here. Why many divorces is happening? There's
Thanks for saying.
a lot of stuff. Like I said, institution of marriage need to be questioned.
Which one?
Institution of marriage need to be
Which one?
questioned.
Which of them?
It's
There are
it's
different
a,
kind
it's
of
a
marriage.
lot. It's a lot. I don't- if
Which one?
I wanted to come to this lady. This lady makes me make a request. Before I will come
Me?
to raising a child. Yes,
Oh, my name is
you say
Rosalind, by the
you
way.
saying something. You saying something. Yeah, Mama asked a question. If you want to buy a car and your husband say you should wait in 6 months time, you say you still went ahead and buy the car. I want to ask you this question: why would you marry a person, a man you cannot submit to? Because if you go to social media, you see different motivation speaking people like, oh, you don't if a man do this, you need to do this. If a man do this, you need to do this. The question is, you cannot marry a man you cannot submit to.
But then,
Let me
okay, the
let me
question.
finish. Let me finish.
Okay, go
I
ahead. I
will
thought you were
this
done.
it's like when you guys are talking about the car, it's what happened right here in my home.
Interesting.
Since December, my wife said, she want to get a new car. And I said, what happened to your car? He said, nothing. He said, the AC. I said, okay. He said, can you get me for birthday? He said, I'll be driving the car. I said, okay. I want to get a car for myself before. I said, okay. I won't get the car for myself again, but you have to wait. Let's do our close down. Because we're building a house so here. So let's do the close down before we get the car. And said, when? I said, when we finish. It's a conversation between two mature people without no disrespect of each other. And she agreed. So be fair, and people going to come after me with this statement. She makes more than what I make. I make 100 something,
That's
400
good.
something. She make that.
You
But
leveled
I
up.
will tell you
That's
hundred
good.
percent truth. I take responsibility for every damn thing that happened in my home.
That's good. As you should.
I do. Like, when she gave birth, all the time that the house is running, she makes something that makes me feel so emotional. Last 2 months, like I want to pay rent, 750 or 8,000, 1750. He said, "Oh, he just come to me, don't pay." He said, "Because you'll be taking when I get pregnant, I don't work, I don't do anything. You'll be taking this body, all your own, you never complain."
Oh, that's
That
so
is why I'm.
nice.
He said, "That is why I'm here." But I think insists that okay, let me add $1,000 to the bills
That's so
she has.
nice.
And she said, so like I said, every home run differently. The point is that I cannot marry a woman who can I can make a decision for. Sometimes when we want to make a decision stuff, I put my decision under assessment. I won't make it. We can have a conversation when we want to buy our house. We say, okay, we want to do one. Okay, we started with it. Come on, I started processing it. Then we come to conclusion. And sometimes she make some decision on behalf of me when I'm not even there, and I know it's okay. Doesn't
Exactly.
mean it's controlling me. Sometimes
That's what I
when I'm
said. That you build the woman. The woman respects you to the point that the man even calls
yeah,
her
she
bossy.
make decision
He
for
makes
me.
decision for her.
To be
She's
fair, she makes
comfortable.
some decision when I'm not there. And she just tell me, I just do this, do that. Okay, okay. You just send me email. If they call you, just okay. We communicate. The most greatest thing in marriage that is killing marriage is communication. Ma,
I
if you
think
go to this
effective
generation,
communication, not
yeah, if
just
you go into a
communication.
relation, if you scroll Facebook sometime, you will cry. Ask me women. Women are kind of the most pain. You just don't know how to define women. You can't. There's nothing any man can do to make a woman satisfied. Let's be honest to ourselves.
That's a lie.
I'm gonna. You might disagree
I
with
think
me.
actually it's
As a
men
woman,
that don't get
what do you want
satisfied.
in a man?
That's why
They
we
will
have
say they
relationships
need
that men
a
actually
man
have
who can
homes that they
provide.
actually
Number one,
decided to make
they
and then they
need a
leave their
man
own.
who will be a leader who can lead, but how many women we listen to the lead of their men?
Okay, that's the thing.
Today you will
Let
not
me
see.
answer now. I
You
think
will
you
not
said
see.
something.
Mama, let me finish.
Let
You
me
will not see,
answer.
man. What now? This generation is worse. This generation is just worse. Now, before we leave, because I will still go. Before we leave,
Let
you
me
will not
answer.
see
Yeah, so I can
women
answer your
asking
question.
questions. I need a man to do like to be last in bed, do this. That is what they want. But the question is that what is the level of that man you want to marry? What is the level? What is the relationship with the man you want to? What is the relationship with God? His relationship with God. How do you check
Exactly.
the mental health of this man? Do you check the spiritual life of this man?
My
Do you check everything? Let me finish, bro. You will talk. Do you check everything about this man? Because our Nigeria babe, I will put it this way. Once a man has money, they don't want to take any other thing. Then tomorrow you come
See,
back
now
to
that's a
public,
problem.
you will
Yeah,
not be saying the man is abusive. You are the one wrong. Before you marry a woman, before you marry a man, check the level of his spiritual life with God, the relationship with
I
God.
think more
These
character, not
people,
spiritual life.
nobody cares
Yeah,
how relationship look like again. As far you has money, is my dream man. As far see, before maybe not, we have a lot to talk, but I just want to go. But
yeah.
this
Let me
question,
answer the
I
questions
just
you
want to put this
asked.
here. I just want to put this here. Men, treat your daughter like the wife you would like to marry tomorrow.
Just treat
Raise
your
your
wife
child
like the wife that you
like the
married.
wife you would like to marry tomorrow. And men, women, treat your sons like the man you will wish to marry to yourself tomorrow, so we can build a
Hmm.
better community.
Um,
Because the community is
He
already
just
spoiled.
he just said it all.
you
I'm
said
glad he said this. What do you do? What do you want to respond to?
yeah. He asked the question. He said I said something about the whole car thing, and I was like, and then he went further to
Yeah.
explain, and you basically said what I said. I was like, yeah, have a conversation and you discuss and you agree, which you already said that you did. So, which is exactly what you should be doing in any relationship. And submission, like I said, is not just a one-way thing. It's both parties. If you're in a relationship, and if you're
is a
dating
one-way thing.
somebody,
Well, for me,
it's a
Is a
is a
one-way
one-way
thing.
thing. It's in
if
the
there's no
Is a
Bible.
one way
one-way
thing
thing.
in
It's a one-way thing.
submission,
I will
there's
disagree
no
with
Is
you.
a
one
It's
way
a
one-way
one-way
thing.
thing.
thing whereby, let me
That's
tell you
fine. I
something.
mean,
I
if
will
that
tell
works
you
for you,
something.
that's fine. But
So
that's not
submission is
reality.
different than is different
That's
from
not reality
respecting.
because
Respect your
if
partner.
you listen to
It's
your wife or anything and you take a decision, you respect her, like you said.
How
let
That's
me tell you.
when
Rosemary?
No,
How do you want the man to submit to you?
by
Okay.
listening to your wife, you're in a relationship.
Not
It's both
everything
that's
of
you
you
not
guys
need to
in a
submission.
relationship.
No, oh,
for.
no, hold on. How do you? What are the
Listen to your man
submission?
is
How do
not
you want the man to
submission.
submit? So you say submission is a two way. The man has to submit to you too, right?
Yes,
How? What ways should the man submit to you?
like the way he just said, like some things he said, the communication, how it's like you listen, like buying the car, like the analogy we've been using now, the whole car thing, and how he said he talked to his wife and they're like, oh,
No,
don't get it
that's
now, they're doing
respect and
this.
communication. I'm talking about submission. What are the
Submission
ways you want the man to submit
embodies
to
all those
you?
things. I think a submission is, to be
No,
honest, I
Man,
no.
don't.
man, let me tell you.
If
I
I'm
want to
being
leave
very
now. Let me,
honest,
man. Let me
if
tell
I'm
you.
being
Let me
very
just finish
honest,
this before I
I
leave.
don't
For
subscribe to the whole
for
submission thing. But
for
I
for
entertain the
whosoever
conversation
listen to us right now, for
when people
whosoever
are talking
I
about
have this
it. I
question
don't
to
really
throw for you.
subscribe to it.
Whoever is listening to right now, I just have this question: it's better you marry a wife, a mother for your children, than marry a beautiful wife for yourself.
Well, you should also
Number one.
marry a father and a man that
For
wants to
So
be
let,
women,
a
it's
husband,
better you
let me
not a
tell
marry
man
you.
that
a
just wants to get
Oh,
father
married.
and a husband for your
I'm
children.
can I
wait.
explain? Can I
Let me
finish?
ask Rosemary. She
Yeah,
don't
let me
understand what
finish.
submission is. Submission once is giving the man the lead role, and you say it is both ways.
Is
So
that
are you saying that the man?
what the Bible said that we should submit to the man to take the lead role?
What,
So the
what did the Bible
lead
say?
role
Can you
does
go
not.
back to?
So being the leader doesn't mean you should not listen. Even as a pastor, we can use the pastor as an example, and
Okay.
his constituent, which is whoever is under him. So you tell me, as
It's
a
nice.
pastor, he doesn't listen to assistant pastor or other people's input, and they're all under the same
Easy,
roof in the house because the
easy,
church is like
easy.
the body of Christ, right? If we're trying to use something as an example, so you have to
Okay.
listen to your wife.
So,
It doesn't make any sense. Like he
okay,
said, he spoke to
I
his
don't know your
wife.
name. Before I go, let me go back to bros. This is for the raising of the children. Before I quickly go, you believe what you believe, which I respect you for that. But from my own understanding, um, you can pay. There are some men who pay every bill, but still they don't have relationship with their children.
Oh yeah,
You can
that's a failed
paying bill. I will
the
tell you,
failing.
bro. Paying bill doesn't mean you have a relationship with your children.
Exactly.
Nothing baby. No, nothing
I'm being
babies
honest.
doesn't
It's not
either.
about
Well,
nothing, baby.
but that is
See,
hypocrisy because
paying bill,
women
you
work
can
all the
pay your
time
bill, you
and take
can
care of children all
pay
the
school
time.
fees, you can do whatever it
So
is. But
So
yet, I will tell you, there's no relationship
My
with the
brother, it's
children.
not your duty to nurse babies.
it's your
Stop
duty
that.
to take care
It's
of
Emeka,
your
not your
But
children.
duty
it's
to
my
And
nurse
if you
duty.
don't take
you
care of
babies.
your
are
children, you
one.
already
But
failed. You
it's
Boss,
have
my
failed
duty
in
to
life.
you
support
and
the woman.
You
Rosemary are
failed.
just a kind in your
But
world.
No,
is
I'm
I'm
is
not
not
saying
not.
today.
kind.
Oh, my
See,
I'm
brother,
not in him. Like
just
he's over there. We're
leave
not in the
Emeka.
same
Oh.
world at
Just
all.
leave
We
him.
would
God bless
never
you. Please take
be
care
in
of
the
it.
same world.
Just Emeka is in his world.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
leave
not
him
in
is
the
because
same
I have
world
questions
with
to
him at
but
all.
answer.
but
If I go without responding to what she is saying about her beliefs about submission, it means I've not done something great because there are other women listening. And I asked her a question: in what ways do you want the man to
And
submit?
Going
Now,
off,
in
right?
case you
I
don't
was
understand,
listening, and then he
the
came back
Bible
in. Like I
said,
said,
wait, hold on. The Bible said, wives, submit yourselves unto your husband as unto the Lord. Now, in the place of your life, your husband is like the Lord, as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, just as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Okay? So now we're talking about submission, and I said one of the ways to submit to the man is letting him have the lead role in the family. And you said it's both ways. The man has to. Now, if you're married
I need to
and
go.
my brother, go and take
God
care
yeah,
of
bless
but
you,
the baby.
that is
Go and nurse your
submission.
baby.
Like you're being the lead role in your marriage. That is submission.
Emeka,
You're submitting to your
God
family, to your
bless you.
wife, to your
If
home.
you're married now, I'm asking you this question. If you're married, let me bring. I'm just trying to a lot of requests. If you're married and your marriage is like this ship,
Hmm.
how many captains do we have in the ship?
We have one captain.
Which is who is the captain?
Are you cooking? Oh, nice. Did you like the sauce? Okay. All right. Sorry.
Who
His cook.
who is the captain?
The head captain. I mean, there's only one captain. There's an assistant. So I'll say in
Is
Okay,
my
her? Is her?
relationship, I'll say
She's
my.
the captain.
no.
She's
That's
the
fine.
captain in her
I'm
relationship.
actually I've been the captain. Women are captains all the time. That's fine. There's nothing
Where?
wrong with that.
Where?
In
In what? In what? In what?
relationships, in life, in society,
Hold on. No, I'm
even
asking
right
Emeka.
now,
You
in
let me
this
ask her
conversation we're
question now.
having,
Who is the
Miss
captain in that
Francesca is the
marriage?
captain right now.
Who is the captain in the marriage?
So in the marriage is one
It's
person, the
obvious.
husband, it
The
could be the
husband is the
wife.
husband,
Yeah.
right? It means the supporting
Are you
captain,
trying
like
to
you
say
said.
that to shame me? That's not a shame. That is actually a compliment. I
The
appreciate it. Thank you. That's
don't
not a
leave
shaming
it.
thing.
No,
That's a
Emeka.
compliment.
Don't. No, it's me and you talking.
No, I know. I'm
Um,
just saying, like, that's not a shame. It's a man that doesn't take care of his family. That is a failure over there. So that doesn't bother
the
me at all.
the man who is the captain is assumed to have the lead role,
Mhm.
right? So you are saying that the man has to submit to you, and I'm trying to ask, how do you want the man to submit to you?
Like, I mean, I've given an example. Like, you have to
By
listen.
cooking and coming to give you on the bed in the morning,
I don't even think that's submission. I just think that is just
or
what you do for your
respecting
partner.
your own decisions,
Yeah,
right?
very important. Yeah.
And letting you have the lead over the things you want to.
Yeah, yeah. I think those things. I mean, there are also some things that he also has a lead in his place, vice versa, and also like having your own life aspirations and taking that into account while supporting your husband or your partner too. Vice versa. It's not because you're married now your dreams are like dead or something. Because even this relationship now is like I had some things I wanted to do, and he's awoken a lot of those things because when you have a partner that actually is there and supports you, that's like submission is like support too. This is all the things under the umbrella. I may not be giving the full definition for it, but this is what I believe it is when it's manifested. So as the man or the leader, I mean, I would say my fiance is the man and he's the leader. I, what's the word? Help, like the helpmate. I mean, this is the first relationship, or I mean, I never really stayed in any other relationship quick, anyways, because I don't like abuse. But he does most of the things that he heads, I guess, like you say, as a head, right? Even without anything, because he's a self-sufficient man. So he does those things, and many times I come and I support, and then I also have things that women know how to do naturally, like you talk about the maybe the fashion or the home, but he's very homely too. So he takes care of a lot of things, like I made an example of cooking in the morning. I don't think I remember the last time I woke up in the morning, and we've been together for like 2 years to do anything. Even today, we're moving. I didn't wake up. I was supposed to wake up at 8:30, and his dad came and they were moving things, and I've been asleep. I spoke to my family. I took my time, and now I'm here and he's cooking outside. But I did go get
Oh,
the
now
things for the
you're
cooking.
here and he is cooking outside.
Yeah,
Okay. God bless you.
So,
Nice joining
so
me
in
today,
her,
my beloved. I'm happy I'm able to respond today. I mean, by accepting and we were able to have this discussion. It's long due. I know we've been
Yes,
trying to get
submission
in
is not a
touch.
woman. And the
So,
thing, women submit
um,
naturally too. If a woman is treated right and she's seen as a human, as she is, and as a man is seen as a human, the woman submits naturally. And me as an African, I've already
what do you
been
mean, see,
basically
still like a
pro.
human?
and
What
again, let me just
did
even
you say?
ask. I know you're from Nigeria because yeah, I know we tested. I'm like, hey, your name Ebang. So you're also
Oh no,
from
I'm
Cross
from
River
Cross
State,
River. I'm
right?
from Nigeria. Yes.
From Cross River. Are you from the Ogoja side?
Yes, I'm Ogoja. Yes.
Oh wow! You know the funny thing is, she's actually from where I am from, and this is the
Yeah, I
first
think
time
you're
I'm
saying that in the
hearing.
message. Yes.
I'm also from Ogoja, and this is the first time I'm hearing our women talk this strong and
Interesting.
have this idea, and that would lead me to asking you, how
Yeah,
long have you been in the U.S.? Were you born here?
No, no, no. I came here when I was 19. So I'm 33 now. I'm about to be 34 next month.
that,
So it's about 14 years, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. God bless you. Yes. You text me. We'll talk again. Nobody's condemning anybody here. We all have the way we perceive things and the way we see things. But as a woman of God, remember that I have just one standard, and that's the Bible. And I am not allowed to tilt towards any of you guys' standard. Your
That's
standard or
fine.
Emeka's standard or any other person's standard. And I tell everybody who is viewing, please do not take. There are some people that come here and everything they say, don't take it seriously. Take what I tell you seriously. Everybody has an idea, everybody has, messages, but remember, the way it works in their life may not work in your life. And if you expect what is happening in their life to happen to you or in your life, you might be making a mistake because it's different. So please let the Bible be our standard, okay? God bless you.
Um,
Rosemary, I'm going to take you outside and I have so many requests on
no,
here.
I don't agree with that.
Okay. What don't you agree with?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, yeah, the Bible is the standard, I guess. I don't believe in like praying and a man will change or whatever. The Bible, the Christian church is part of the problem in society, especially African. The Christian church is very deep in, and they keep women like
you
stuck
mean
in
a
relationship and
marriage?
abuse.
You mean
Yeah,
a marriage? Please, can you name me one non-Christian society where marriage works?
I'm talking about Christian. That's what she's talking about.
Yeah, you said yes. You said Christianity is a major problem in relationship. They keep women down. Can you name one non-Christian society where marriage
Islam,
works? One.
Islam, two women are subjugated there, extremely subjugated there.
Okay. So which one is worse? Is it the marriage in Islam or the one in
I'm not
Christianity?
here to
Which one is
compare
worse?
which one is worse. We're talking about she's talking about the Christian marriage, and I'm talking about Christian marriage
Yes, and you
and the
said
society that I was raised in as an
you made a
African person.
claim. Yes, you made a claim because I
I'm not
noticed
making
one
any
thing you
claim.
people
This
do.
is fact. This is not any
You
claim.
said
Women are subjugated
Christianity.
in the
You said
church.
Christianity. Yes, you said Christianity. Women are subjugated in marriage because
Yes.
of Christianity. That's what you said.
Yes.
Exactly. Then I'm asking you, if that is true, please, can you name me another non-Christian
I
society
already
where their
did.
marriage works?
Islam. So
Islam.
moving on, like I
Okay.
was saying.
And I'm asking you, okay, now, Islam, which one is better? Is it marriage in Islam or the one in
I mean,
Christianity?
I'm not Islamic, but from what I can see, it looks like it's kind of worse over there, from what I can see. But it doesn't
So
matter. We're
which
not
means
trading.
Christianity,
We're not trying to say
Christianity is
two
the best for
wrongs or
marriage.
one something is wrong is better because maybe Christians, the women can speak or say something, and then the women on this side is totally mute. Doesn't mean it's a better choice. No, because it's like when you think about it, Miss Francesca, it's just kind of like women are the ones that even have all these children. We're the ones that created all these people that are even alive right now, and to even think that our voices are not heard, especially in African homes, or he's saying like a man is not supposed to take care of his family, or if his wife leaves or something. To me, that's a
I
failed
never
man.
said
Like
that.
that's not a husband.
I
He just
never
wanted
said.
to marry somebody
I
and
never
control and
said a man
have
should not take care
control
of his
and like
children.
again finances and
Okay,
being
I
the only one.
have a
What
question for you before you go, my dear. You say your husband to be cooks for you, brings you food, and he's right now outside. This is almost 3 p.m., so he's making
it's like
lunch for dinner.
12:46 here. He's making ribs. Yeah, we're
Okay,
we're
that
trying
this
to
is
make ribs.
lunch for you, right? He's the
Yeah,
one cooking, so he
yeah.
cooks literally. So in a case where this man says he's no longer doing those chores, that you have to wake up and cook and give him food in the morning, would you do it?
No, I would not be doing that.
You'll not be
No,
doing that.
no. I
We've
mean, doesn't mean I'm
seen
not
such
saying I
marriage.
don't cook. I
Such
do.
marriage don't last.
I
Let's
do.
be honest. This kind
No,
of
no,
marriage don't
sweetheart,
last.
Mimika,
If
the
you are to be
let me
marriages
honest
ask
with
her
actually
now
ourselves,
so that we
last
can have
are
one
the
person talking.
marriages that both parties
Hold on,
are
please.
participating in the relationship.
Wait,
No.
hold on. You said this
Okay.
man, for the past 2
Yeah.
years that you've been engaged, he
Yeah.
has been cooking for you. He brings you morning breakfast on the bed. You are not an early morning person. Sometimes when you wake up in the morning to talk to your people,
Mhm.
right? And he cleans the house. If this man right now stops cooking, would you do same for him? Cook in the morning and go give him breakfast?
Yeah, I will. I mean, if maybe some thinking something happened, or maybe he's sick or something,
No,
which
if
has happened several
he's not sick,
times.
if he just decides to stop the duties, because that is his duty. He's the one that cooks for you. He's the one that cleans. He's the one. So if he decides to say, I'm no longer going to be cooking for
I'm
you
going to make the
early
record
morning.
straight. He's not the only one. I clean too, and I cook. I mostly even do like dinner because
Yeah,
I'm not like a
you do the
morning
night
person.
cooking or dinner. But
Yeah,
so in the morning, if this
or
man
even
says,
lunch. Yeah.
I'm no longer cooking, I'm no longer giving you breakfast on the bed, it's 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 done. Would you assume the responsibility of cooking in the morning, waking up in the morning like he does, and cooking and serving him in the morning before he goes out, doing dinner, doing all the chores, doing dinner? I mean, lunch and all.
No, I mean we have to talk about why. No.
You have to talk about why he has to stop cooking for you every morning.
Yeah, not cooking for me. It's his family. I'm his family now. If I'm cooking, I'm cooking for both of us who are family. So I'm not just cooking for
So if he
myself.
stops cooking, you will not
Mhm.
assume the role of cooking for him. You would ask him
I
why.
know. I
You
already
would,
do. I mean, I cook for him
but
a lot.
later in the night. So we're talking about morning.
I do. I cook
So
in the
if you
night,
decide to
in the
take,
day. Even yesterday, I made chicken for us at home before
okay,
he came
hold
back
on.
home.
Look, are you getting my question?
No, I'm getting your
If
question,
this
but I'm
man
saying like
decides to stop
no. It's basically
visiting
it's
the
just
kitchen,
no. That basically sounds like he was basically manipulating me and pretending to be a person because men do that too a lot. And then he wanted me to be trapped in the relationship in his own way. Whether I have a child or I'm married now, I have a ring. And I'm just like, no. As a woman, I think women should follow the lead of men. As a man is the leader. If he stops doing something, which is manipulation at this point, and he
so
pretended, then
if
as a woman,
if your
you should
leadership.
husband
stop.
to be stops cooking for you every morning and giving you food on the bed, it means he's
Yeah,
been
of
manipulating
course.
you.
It's basically he lied about who he was because if you, it's kind of like me too. I'm just cooking or taking care of him, and then now I'm engaged. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not cooking anymore. I'm not gonna even clean the house. I mean, I'm his wife now, whatever. He's gonna find problem with that too because he's like, wait, this is what I wanted
So if
from
your
you.
husband stops cooking in the morning for you, there's going to be a
Hmm.
problem in the house.
Now.
Yeah, because that's he lied about who he was. Yeah,
And
yeah.
what are you going to do?
I'm not gonna be probably not
Marriage
be in this
end.
relationship. We're gonna have to. I mean, we're gonna have to have a conversation like why or
So,
something.
End of
and if
marriage.
he tells you that he found out that you should be doing the job, would you leave the marriage?
Oh
Then
yeah, I'm not
part.
gonna be in
Yes.
that marriage.
You're
Yeah,
gonna what?
I'm not gonna be married again. No, no.
Yes.
You're not okay. Oh. We'll
No,
talk.
I didn't come here to come and suffer. That's the thing. You African women have
Do you have a
they've
chat?
baited
Do
us
you
to be
have a chat for
suffering.
this man? Do you have a chat for this man?
No, I don't. We're just engaged right now.
Exactly.
It's okay. You
This is
guys
why the
let
Western
her.
marriages don't
I'll
last.
No,
talk to
sweetheart.
you
The
again.
reason
God
why
bless
Western
you.
marriages don't last is because of men like you
No,
that are
it's
basically are
because of
married and they
women like you
failed
that think
at manhood.
it's
They can't
because
take
of
care of their
women like
children. You probably cannot even provide well
Well, they
financially, and I'm sure
don't
maybe
they
your wife even
quarrel.
contributes.
They are two
And
don't
you,
start.
I'm very even sure men like that don't even know how to
uh,
perform in the bedroom. It's a
uh,
whole different story.
Did you say
It's
you
yeah,
cannot
because of
yeah.
men
perform
like
the
this that have
bedroom?
actually succeeded and
Hey,
they do take care of their
Rosemary,
wives and their
what having
women.
the bedroom
And
have
then
you
men
with
are
God?
like you are jealous. I know you've been
You
trying to
You're a
have
talk to
man.
me and get my attention. I'm
How
giving you
can
my
how
attention
can
now.
I be
You're
jealous? How
welcome.
can I be jealous?
No,
How
sweetheart,
can I be jealous? I
I'm
have
giving you my attention now. I know you want my attention. You can have it. It's okay. I know it's very important to get my attention. I've given it to you.
I wouldn't
You shouldn't be jealous of a
I wouldn't want
man
to be
that
your
in
husband. I
places
wouldn't
that
want to
you
be
failed as a man at.
how can I be
You have
jealous?
failed as a man in being a father and probably a husband because you can definitely tell. Clearly, from my experience growing up, if you fail to, it starts from being a husband. If you fail from there, it affects like every part of your
What are
life.
you? What are you?
What are you talking about? You're in your 30s. You're not even married. You don't have
Sweetheart,
kids, and you're
it's
saying
not
I
a it's
failed.
not a
I didn't
flex for
fail.
me. It's not a shame. It doesn't shame me, sweetheart, that I'm not even if I decide not to marry ever in my life, it doesn't press me one bit. It's men like you that actually need women to survive. That's why you're caging whichever woman you have in your house, so she doesn't have resources to fend for herself. So you already you
Yeah.
can check. I know you don't look at statistics because you probably it doesn't matter to you. It's statistically men that actually in a relationship are healthier, happier, and more fulfilled. That's why we have this lonely men apocalypse. Like I said, I'm
You're,
into psychology and behavior. All these things is just child play to me because I've seen all these things firsthand and I interact with them every day. He's obviously somebody that needs a woman so he can step on their neck, so he can feel like he's a man. My fiance doesn't have that problem. He's a very
you're,
accomplished man and he
you're
sees taking care of his wife or his fiance or his girl as
no.
something that actually makes him happy. He wakes me up in the morning very happy with kisses. And I'm sure your woman doesn't even
you,
get that, which is very sad.
you can say
I don't need
all
to
you want to say,
say
but
anything to
but
her. You wanted my attention
but
and I'm
your
giving it to
fiance
you.
whom
You've
but
given my
your
attention.
fiance
And
a
you
man.
think telling me that I'm older and I'm not married, sweetheart.
You come
Women
on
of
live.
nowadays, we already know
You
the
come
truth.
on
You
live
need to
to
wake up.
insult your husband by saying that you cannot
No,
cook for
dear. The
him.
only
That's
person
an
that is
insult to your
insulted here
husband.
is a man like you that is
That,
actually
that's an
out here
insult to your
trying to
husband
compare
that
himself
you
to
can come
another
on
man that he
live
cannot even measure
on
up to.
social media to say that you can't even cook for your husband, but he can cook for
That's not
you.
what I
That's an
said.
insult
I said I cook
to
for him all the time. I
that's
just
an
said I cook for him.
embarrassment.
No,
It's
sweetheart.
an
The
embarrassment.
embarrassment here is
My wife will
you
never
because you
do
think
that.
a man
Never.
should
She
not
can't
be
come on
It's
cooking
live
for
and
his
enough.
start to
wife.
say
This is
she
okay.
can't
That's
cook
an
for him.
embarrassment, and you cannot even take care of your children. That's the
No,
weak man. Men like you should not be
Rachel,
having children. I don't think.
what's
I believe in
what am I
selective
calling?
breeding too. Men like you should not be having
Rosemary.
children. Should not.
That's okay.
Because it's no seriously, because this trauma is going to transfer now.
It's
Because
okay.
in my line of work,
It's
this is
okay.
what we deal with parents like this that have abandoned their children. His children are going to have problems in the future. I can definitely see it.
It's okay. You cannot definitely see
Are you trying to
anything for
shame me for having a
anybody.
good life and relaxing in the
Uh,
morning?
That,
Boy,
that's
bye.
it's okay. Emeka, please, it's okay.
Emeka, please don't be jealous, okay? Because you can live up to this
Wait,
kind of life. It's
Rosemary,
okay.
I said it's okay.
no,
Emeka
no,
has
I
been calm,
cannot.
and
I
you
don't
are
want
still
No,
to.
he
I
needs
don't
talking.
to be
want to
quiet because
be.
I'm speaking. He needs to be quiet.
I'm
And
not.
He's learned his way
I
around
am
women. I need
talking,
to
and
put him in his place.
What do man? No,
I said,
wait, please,
Emeka, hold
prophetess.
on.
I'm not your husband. You don't tell me I need to be
That's
quiet. I'm not your
exactly why
husband.
you need to be
You
quiet
go.
because
I'm
you're
You
going
not
to
my
send
say
the both
husband.
of you
You
out
have
now.
no
If you
place here. You
guys
have no
cannot
place here.
listen to me,
You need to be quiet.
it is
You need to
disrespectful
go
that
for
I'm
help.
trying
You
to
need to be
talk,
quiet.
and the
You're
both of
trying
you
to hold
are
a woman
still.
that you
Rosemary,
have no
keep
sovereignty.
quiet. Jesus Christ!
I'm respecting you, Miss Francesca. I apologize.
Please don't say a word again. Please,
Because I'm enjoying
please.
my life,
prophetess.
okay?
Don't verse.
No,
It's
you,
not
you
vex.
guys. I am angry. Don't say a word again, please. It's enough. It's enough. If we're going to continue the session, or I'm going to end it, I need the man on yellow to say something. The both of you, please don't say a word again.
Good evening, Madam Francesca.
God bless you.
Yes, ma. I think 70% of women are initiating divorce. Divorce rate is at about 65%. That number jumps to about 90% when they are college-educated women, and I think that probably says the blueprints we have been given for a very long time doesn't work anymore. And I understand that people wants to hold on to these values, all of these structures and hierarchy. Men are the leader, women are the follower.
Okay,
I understand.
I want you to react in just one thing because Rosemary started with me on this session, and I have so many other requests I want to
All
accept.
right.
Yeah, I don't
Who,
mind leaving too. Yeah.
whose ideology do you support? Is it that of Rosemary or Emeka?
I think both of them are two extremes. That's the problem.
Two
I
extreme
don't think I'm
positions.
extreme.
Is what I
Yes.
just wanted to
I
say.
think
God bless
I
you.
think
Rosemary, just inbox me. I need to talk to you.
No problem.
And the reason why I
yes.
need to talk to you is you're my Ogoja sister. So you're going to be a daughter from today. I need to, that's mindset. We need to talk. Please. I beg you in the name of God.
No, my
I
mindset
have
is
your
just getting
messages
better.
already. So just, please, they may have gone so far that I can't pull it up. So just text me right now, like it's me, so I can talk to you again. God
No
bless you.
problem.
Okay. And
It's
enjoy
nice.
your marriage. When it's time for the wedding, let me know. I might show
No
up.
problem.
Okay. God bless
Okay.
you.
Bye.
All
God
right.
bless you too. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Oh God, you people will not stress me. You see, that's why I ran away for two weeks to leave people because Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah, continue. You said it's two extreme
I,
decisions.
I think there are two extremes, and I think we need a little bit of balance and a little bit of common sense.
Yes.
I think the young lady is a bit extreme if she's going as far as saying I cannot cook for my husband if she says he doesn't want to cook anymore. For me, I think the blueprints, like I said, we've been given actually doesn't work anymore because there has been a paradigm shift and the society has also evolved. And the problem is if we don't evolve along how society has evolved, marriages will continue to end in divorces. Now, let me start from the analogy you gave, which is the buying of the car. I don't think there's anything wrong when the husband says, I don't want to you to buy a car. I don't think there's anything wrong, but the problem I have is what is the reason behind him saying don't buy a car? Is it because he feels he's not going to have control because the woman is the one who bought the car? Is it because he thinks that okay, we don't have the finances for this car? Is it because he thinks this woman is starting to become too independent and I need to suppress her personal development? So for me, I think it's okay when the man says, I don't want you to buy the car, but it has to come with a genuine reason.
No matter what the man is thinking, this is the point I'm trying to get us to. No
Yes.
matter what the man is thinking at that point, if you dating, I love to ask you scenarios that are likely to happen. And there's no room for too much negotiation. No matter what the man is thinking at that time, should the woman go ahead and buy the car or just be calm?
I, I don't think life is about black and white like that. Like I said, if he's saying don't
Look,
buy the
there are
car
some
because
men that would not start explaining so much.
but that
The
is
few
bad.
what they'll
And we
just
should
say
stop
is, it's
encouraging
not time to
it.
buy a car in 6 months' time.
It is bad. And we should stop encouraging men to think they are
In that
dictators and
situation, what should the
authoritarian.
woman do? You not just find a man.
If
Buy the car or don't buy the car.
man, if the man is not giving her a reason why she's saying don't buy the car, I think that is a problem. If you are telling me not to
Should
do
she buy
something, then I have
the
to do
So
it.
car?
she should do what?
Just
She
no
should buy it
plenty.
or
Should she
not?
go ahead and buy the car?
Just when the man didn't give him a reason not to buy the car,
Yeah. Yes.
I
You say?
think if she's paying the money, if it's her money, and the finances of the home will not be hurt, she
Yeah.
should buy the car.
So
She
she should
should
buy the
disobey
car
the
even when the
husband.
man says don't buy the car.
You can't just say don't do this without a reason. It's not reasonable. And we've indoctrinated too many men with this mindset to think even if I don't have a genuine reason for saying what I'm saying, it should still be right. No, if it's going to hurt the finances of the home, yes,
Hold on.
it's
At that
understandable.
time, if the woman buy the car or calm down,
Like I said, if the money doesn't
you
hurt
know,
the
one thing
finances of
about
the home,
us is we want reasons every time when it's not appropriate. I'm talking about the virtuous woman. Sometimes people don't have reasons to give you because of how tense the situation is. Give me time.
Father,
You know,
Father
understand what
Francesca,
I'm
the
trying to
problem
say.
is
Give
the
people
virtuous woman
time
as a
sometimes. If I'm the woman and the husband says, don't buy a car and doesn't give me your reason, I won't go stand on his face and ask him reasons. I will go pray about it and wait.
Madam
I will give
Francesca, what
him
is the
time.
worst case scenario? What is the worst case scenario if the man gives her a reason? What could go wrong?
Do you have reasons at every point to give for something? Because there are some people, hold on. There are some
But
people that will just tell you they are going to work in 6 months time and they don't talk too much. And then he
I
comes
don't think
back
that's
the
the
next
nature of
day
the
to bought a
relationship.
car. It is not wait. I'm trying to
I don't think
tell
that's
women to
the
be feminine. I'm trying to tell women to the women. Okay? It's not
Madam
control.
Francesca,
But do you know
femininity
that there
just
are
has to
sometimes you
default.
not noise somewhere. I'm not
Brother,
hearing you.
there is noise from your end. There is noise from your
Brother
end.
guy with the glasses. Okay,
Please.
There is noise.
he has been fed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
He's
okay now.
muted now.
All
He's
right.
muted now.
So I'm trying to tell women, look, I've seen these very scenarios where men come and complain about women not listening to them. And if I say, oh, he gives you reason for this, I'm going to play it too nicely. But I'm putting a harsh scenario that you might be faced with in your marriage. Yes, it's very
Yes.
hard. But I'm trying to tell you
Well,
that as harsh as it is at that point, just listen. Let him have the lead. Don't let him come back from work and see a car. Allow it. 6 months might turn to a week, might turn to 2 months.
okay.
Don't force
So
people
the
to give you
condition there
reasons.
is
Like
for
I
her
tell
to wait
people,
for
hold
6
on.
months.
I tell
Okay.
people that sometimes when the house is tense, it's not when to demand apology from the man or when to expect him to take responsibilities. Sometimes let it cool off. Don't go and buy a car and have him come. It is disrespectful to the man you call your leader and your husband. Sometimes assume he has reasons that protects you. Sometimes assume, because you've lived with this man is your husband. So why not sometimes assume he has better reasons
Madam,
that actually
so
protects
why
you?
can't he just state the reason? Just state it. Why is it that hard? He should just state the reason. If he actually has a genuine reason, he should just state it. And the
And
reason Madam Francesca, the reason I'm taking this position is there are a lot of men that have abused this mindset, that they will use it to suppress and subjugate their women and
It's
keep them
a
in
lie.
bondage.
It's a lie. You're talking
Then
you're
let
talking
me finish.
nonsense.
Let me
You're talking
finish.
nonsense.
let me
Stop
go to
stop saying that,
my
please.
beloved son here. God bless you. God
That's
bless you. God
nonsense.
bless you. Can you unmute yourself now?
Hello,
Are you in
hello,
the
Mama.
are you in the
Hello,
car?
Mama.
God bless you. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm fine.
Uh, can you wind up so that the noise will be reduced?
Yeah, wind up. Let me turn off this. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Continue.
So
Yeah.
how are you? I saw your comments was plenty.
My
Uh,
comment was plenty. Mama, the problem is this. Let me tell you the overall problem of this thing. Watch countries that didn't pick up the feminist ideology, how they are doing. China, Arab countries or so. The divorce rate is almost zero. Watch us, Africans, who want to imitate New York, how we've become stupid in the process. There was a research done by Harvard University, University of California, and Duke University saying that because of the feminist movement, we have the weakest group of men in the history of mankind. Men have become so weak that there's nothing left again. If a guy has, at a moment that you called him on the phone while he was in his board meeting, you said, I need to pick this card now. And he says, wait, I don't have anything to say about that, but don't. And he drops the phone and continues work. There are a lot of women in today's world who'll get angry at that point because answer must come like laptop,
that is
like computer.
God bless you. See, I am
Answer
trying to
must
tell
come
you, you
like
cannot
computer.
demand answer
Must answer
immediately like
come like
that.
computer. This computer generation,
Jesus.
Gen Z, must answer always come like everything is instant. Microwave, instant. Computer, instant. Everything must be instant. If it's not so, and this leadership, you're hearing them talk now. Leadership now for them, they've redefined leadership. Leadership means you must do everything they say. They'll call you a good leader. If you do one thing that does not support them, you're a bad leader. Meanwhile, in their job, sometimes their jobs make decisions that is not in their favor. They will not go and shout at the job and say this job is a bad job and resign. They will not. The thing is about Africans went and picked up feminism. Meanwhile, the end of feminism here in the United States is 3.3 million women single with babies. 3.3 million. Now that 3.3 million, the women are taking care of the children. How do you think the women will train the boys to cook? They'll train the boys to cook. They'll train the boys to shut your mouth. They'll train, when they finish with the boys are almost like women. Or some of the boys even will discover, you know what, I just want to be like mommy, and they cross over and become totally gay. There's a lot of men who are jumping gay because they feel there's an advantage to be more female in today's world because they had no father. Like that person that came up, that woman that was sitting here, her guy crossed in the background. I can bet you my life if you do your research, the guy was brought up by a single mother. She has trained him to be like that. That is why she can come and brag here that she stayed 2 years, she's never woke up in the morning to do anything for him. So we have to be very careful of this new movement that is starting where we say men are bending over and bending over and bending over. The men are bending over till there's nothing left. I don't say,
I will react to that a little bit. Look,
Mama, I
I'm
don't say
keeping
a man
my
shouldn't have.
son. I tell my son do his dish when he eats.
Yes, he has to do it.
I'm teaching him.
See,
I'm teaching him
that's
that
fine.
because before he
The
gets
one,
married, he's going to be a bachelor. He's not going to be a hungry bachelor.
that's fine. I think that men should be able to cook. I think men should be able to clean their environment and
Yes,
be clean people.
that's
I think
his
that men should be
them.
able to serve or to help a woman with their art. But we have seen the cases that are clear that the man has turned to the wife. We have seen those cases. Those cases are standing out clear, and it's becoming a majority of the cases. Women are looking, and here's the part that is very funny. Women are now looking for rich men that are submissive. I don't know how they'll find that one. Rich men that are powerful men that are submissive. That is another part of the divorce rate. So what they're looking for, they'll get it. What they're looking for, they'll get it. Mama, forget this one. This is Africans embracing New York. They embrace New York. That girl that came up here had nothing good to say about Nigerian men. Nothing good to say about Nigeria. My dad was a Nigerian man. I watched my dad help my mother for years. She helped my mother and did everything for my mother and loved my mother with all her heart. Nigerian men are not evil. Nigerian men are not evil. But this particular, and there are many, this particular set of girls that say that Nigerian men hold chains, they chain them. There are even those that came and lie and said that Nigerian men didn't allow them to go to school. My mom has a PhD. My two sisters have master's degree. They both have all my aunties, the lowest degree my aunties have are all bachelors. But come and see how Nigerian women will lie because of feminism that they were not allowed to go near the University of Calabar. Why been there? Women were more than men. Women fool. But somehow the story has switched over. They now say that they weren't allowed to go to school. They weren't allowed to do business. Who do business more in is it not Nigerian women are not doing business? They weren't allowed to do business. They weren't even allowed to work. My mom
Um,
was a school principal, retired as a school principal. My sister
next,
is a bank manager. My other sister, a doctorate degree, lecturer at University of Calabar. The women here, these women in UK and United States are saying that women weren't allowed to work in Nigeria. My aunties all were university lecturers. Women weren't allowed to work in Nigeria. So we need to know like this brother in the yellow t-shirt, I don't know what. Let there be balance in this argument, though. That girl, no
That
be.
was the first thing I said.
Let
That was the
there
first
be
thing I
balance in
said.
this argument, though.
That was the first thing I said. I
God
said
bless you
these are
guys.
two extremes, and I
Um,
said there is a need for a balance.
There has to
well,
be
And
this
balance
at
in
I
this
the
want to go. I
argument.
context
want to
too, I
make
was
my
not
last
part of
point
the.
before I
I have
go.
a
That
I
means
question
want to
for you
say,
guys
what
because
have
I
you
have
to
to
talk. You don't have
stop.
to
It's
so
over
time
two
this
hours. I'm tired. I have to go do some things. So, but I have a
Yeah.
question I'm going to ask all the men here, and I'm going to
Yes.
see how you guys react before we close. Now, I don't want you to miss next week because the whole thing about the virtuous woman and constructing and reconstructing her, I have it all here in my notes. You people's arguments did not let me put everything. So this content must be out because I have to teach both the men and the women. So next week, don't miss it. I'll continue this topic part two. This particular topic is endeared, is dear to my heart. The next question, this question I have to ask Ben. Ben, his name is Agent Ben. You're a bad son. Now here I want to take disgrace you. You're in Atlanta. You're a bad son. For how many weeks now? But I will say your matter later. If a man, I'm going to ask the three gentlemen here. If a man is cheating on the wife and he has the girlfriend, and this girlfriend, can you, okay, Dreamlight, mute yourself first so that you can hear me.
yeah, yeah, please.
Ben, I don't love you anything, no. So I'm telling you that you're a bad son. You say I love you to mama. Who said I love you? If this man is married to a good woman, remember a good woman, and then he has a girlfriend that the woman feels threatened, by in the marriage, and the woman has told the man, stop seeing this girl, and the man refuses to stop seeing the girl. Now the woman does something that is not acceptable, yes, by most people, but she goes ahead behind the man to fight the man's girlfriend. On reaching there, this man's girlfriend overpowered her and beat her to stupor. And she comes back home, and the man is aware that his girlfriend beats his wife. I'm going to ask you people this question. As the husband to this woman who is beaten by his girlfriend, Emeka, what would you do?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't think that for the fact that she had it been if it's the side chick that came to fight her, that one is when I'll take action and I will break up with the side chick. But if she crosses over to go and fight, and she got beaten, I don't think there is anything I can do, to be honest.
Emeka, if I can Lagos on you, I'll Lagos. I can't even laugh right now. Oh my life. Hold on. You don't have sense. Emeka, you don't have sense.
I don't know what you want me to do actually. It's,
Oh, Lord. Ah, Jesus Christ. God forgive all your sins. You see me, I'm visually bringing out tears.
what do you want me?
Oh,
What?
God forgive all
Tell
your
me what you
sins.
expect. Tell me
Wait,
what you expect me to do, now then I
hold
will
on.
think if it's okay.
Emeka, if your wife go and fight your girlfriend and your girlfriend now beat your wife to stupor and she came back home with wounds, everything. Emeka, what will you do?
I'm not going to beat. I'm not going to beat my side chick because of that. I'm not going to beat her, and even if it's the other way around, I'm not going to beat anyone. There's nothing I will do. She will, treat
You will continue to date
herself
the
and
woman?
continue to date her. Maybe not, depending on the situation. If it's a bad situation, then I'll know that she went too far. But if depending on the situation,
Would you arrest the side chick for doing that to your wife? Knowing it's your wife?
and my wife went to fight her.
Yes.
She's defending herself. What do you want her to do in that situation whereby she's defending herself? I
Uh,
don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but like there's nothing. I don't see myself like doing like anything a lot in this situation.
would you call her and express your but you, Emeka, just go. You're just not worthy at all. I don't have anything to tell you.
Mama, let me
Uh,
answer that question.
okay.
Mama, let me answer that question. Let me tell you something, and I want us to get entertained in or to get informed. Mama, first of all, one problem Nigerian men are having, and I think, Mama, we should discuss it someday, is sex addiction is a problem in Nigeria. A lot of these men, I don't understand how it's only Nigerians that I hear this story. Like a woman enters the room and you close the door, that thing don't stand. Mama, at some point I looked at this, I said, this thing is sex addiction. Oh, a lot of men are not okay. You shouldn't cheat on your wife. If your wife is not enough, you understand, then there's a problem. And you should have known her before you married her. Not saying, because the excuse I hear a lot is she has shut down, or she's no more flowing as she flow, or she looks frumpy. She doesn't dress well, she's not sharp enough, and so on and so forth. I've heard a lot of excuses. But the fact is, how did you marry her? How did a lot of men are actually sex addicts now, because anything they see now, there are a lot of men that you can easily kill them with a woman. If the woman calls and say, come, they'll go. Enter this room, they'll enter. She bends over, they will enter, and they kill him. Too many men are
You
sex
see, he's
addicts
trying
now.
to tell people control yourself. Now, in
No,
this
a lot of men
situation,
now, they
dream
will
life.
set woman
In
as
this
trap.
situation, what should the husband do if
First of all,
your wife is beaten by your side chick?
I won't have a side chick if I'm married. And if I know that I cannot be committed to my wife, I won't even marry. But
You're
let's
a good,
say,
you're a good man. So if it happens to
he's
another
not
man, what should that man
married.
do?
He's not
eh?
married. He says he's a good
No,
man.
no,
What should
no.
the man do?
Let
If
me
if it
land.
happens
Because
in a marriage, what do you expect the man to do?
the side chick is going to jail. You're going to jail. Because in the end of the story, you really see side chicks are not anything than just losers, to be very,
Who
very
will
honest.
be the judge? Who will be the judge? Who will be the judge, please? If she goes to jail, who will be
Eh?
the judge?
Oh,
Who will be
I'm
the
telling you the
judge?
truth. I'm telling you the truth at this point, that in any country that people are married and then you went and interfered with someone's marriage,
Yeah.
it is a criminal offense.
Even
Can't
if the
the
wife
side chick
go to
claim
fight her,
The
even the
self-defense?
wife
wife was one that
Can't
went
the
to
side
fight
chick
her.
claim
the wife is
self-defense?
going to fight her.
Yes.
See, that is even a weak wife. Some strong women will kill her. They'll send people to kill her, and nobody will
So,
say anything.
so she will go
That
to
you
jail.
have,
So
that
she
you
stay
have
and
a
go
weak.
to jail.
Listen,
No.
let me
Oh,
land.
so your wife will go to
Eh?
jail.
No, no, no. The side chick is going to
Emeka,
jail.
Yeah?
if
The
your
side
wife
chick is going
says
to jail.
Emeka no be amo.
See,
No,
Sorry,
no, I did not say
if
my
I
wife
can
will go
just
to
ask the
jail.
brother a
She
Answer the
said,
question.
question
Can the side chick
because I want to
claim
bring somebody.
self-defense?
You,
Can't the side chick claim self-defense?
you
side
said?
chick
okay,
cannot
that's
claim
it.
self-defense.
You went to
You're
We,
beat her in her house.
You
You went to
cannot
fight her in her
interfere in
house.
someone's marriage. You cannot
no,
claim any
no, no, no,
self-defense. You
no, no.
you don't try. You don't
That's a
try.
You
lie.
will go and beat somebody in their
I
house
say
and
you
they
cannot
beat you. You
interfere
are
in
saying you're now
someone's
claiming
marriage.
self-defense.
You cannot. See, in the courts here, even if you went took this thing to court, they'll ask you side chick if they can show evidence. I think is it now? I think the state of New York now. If you are side chick, you are going to jail. Is it state of? There's one state here that's just passed a
Okay,
law
so let
about this thing.
I'll ask you like this: if the woman goes to confront the side chick, and the side chick decide to beat the woman,
Huh?
Is that for
The
me?
woman goes to
no, no, I'm
nah
asking
nah
him if your
No.
nah
wife,
nah.
yes, goes to confront the
Let me
side
give you a
chick.
classical example of something like that. There was a case, right, where side chick used automobile. So the man go alter in will, come out all in children, come out. He became stupid. I can see how the wife, in anger of what is going on, goes over in they call it crime of passion. She goes over there to say, nah, you're not going to take over anything when I know you don't even love this man. You don't even like this man. Now, Tomokwa, where you they use so? And then she now holds the woman and beats her. Nah, if it's me, you as side chick, you're going to see side chick is a very dark thing. It's an evil. As far as I'm concerned, side chick is evil. I'm sorry, guys. Side chick, because if most of these men that are
In
doing
No,
side chick,
I'm not
your
justifying it, but I'm
judgment, is
just
evil in
asking
your
on
side
what
judgment.
chick is evil.
grounds are you
Side
going
chick
to
is
In
go
your
to
evil.
side chick
judgment.
for
Mostly,
court?
you are,
Side
On
I'm
chick
what
is
asking
evil.
you
grounds?
now: if this man's wife goes and confront this man's side chick, and the side
Yes,
chick decide to beat this man's wife, what should the
yes.
man
Mama,
do?
side chick is going to jail.
Let me ask him. Let me ask him.
For me, first of all, I have no intention of cheating in my marriage. I don't believe in that. I believe when you are married, you stick with your wife. Secondly, since it's a hypothetical,
That's
I
right.
will apologize to my wife and break up with the side chick.
That's what I want a healthy thinking man to say.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Let me bring in somebody else. God bless you.
Okay.
America,
Uh,
just to go,
uh,
you have bad behavior.
yes, see you next week. I don't have.
Emeka no, Emeka no
You
correct.
you please let me make my point. You said that the side chick is going to jail. We know there is no law against side chick, and we know that there is no judge that is going to send her to jail because it's side defense. Your wife went to attack her. It's not the other way around. So she's not going to jail. Let's be honest. You
Emeka,
know.
what if what if your wife went to confront the side chick and he end up beating your wife, knowing she's your wife?
I don't know. It's her fault. She shouldn't have gone to confront her in the first place. I don't know. There's nothing I can do. So I'll tell her sorry.
God forgive you. Bye bye. God bless you. I'm about to close. Did you join us from the beginning?
I did. I was just trying to give one or two cents of what you're saying. I think a virtual woman, a respectful woman, even if your husband doesn't give you any reason, you should still be respectful of him. Be patient, be grateful. I mean, you guys are married together. What's the big deal? Why's the rush? Get in the car. Just the respect and the love you give him. Just say, I'll just wait. You don't even know if the man is even planning something better for you. So why not just chill back and let him take the wheel? That's what I think the woman should have done. Even if you're the one making all the money or something, just a little respect you give your husband. Be chill back, and let him do it. And maybe give him 6 months. Honey, you said you're going to buy the cow. We're going to do this, honey. Why haven't you done it? You see, you can, bring him back to it and say, babe, I really love the car. It's all about how you behave sometimes that make things work. But for me, I just felt like sometimes women we miss some part of things that we should not be. Just give the man the power as the husband and play the role as a wife when it comes to some needs of stuff. But again, I know the lady that came up was saying some certain things. everybody has a different experience and everybody has different ways in life. But for me, I think I would chill back if I was in that position, even if I was the one making the money, just to have a peace of mind in the house. And as far as what Emeka was saying, that a side chick should beat somebody, I think sometimes, again, like I said, everybody learning and everybody grew up is different. If you have respect for your wife and vice versa, there's even if she went there, it's because she believes she's entitled to you, is why she thinks she can go fight somebody else because of it. And it's all about love. A woman that loves you will fight for you and say, my husband, my husband. A woman that does not give a try about you will not fight for you, and it will put her face like it doesn't care, meaning she's dead in that relationship already. So for me, Emeka is missing the point that it's because she loves you is why she's fighting for you. And if
Yeah.
she does not love you, she wouldn't fight. She wouldn't even go and be cleaning you and anyone on the streets. That's what, in 2 cents, I was just trying to say.
You're so intelligent. God bless you. That's
Girl,
a beautiful last contribution right here. And where are you joining me from?
I'm joining you from Maryland.
From Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay, God bless you. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm actually Nigerian, but grew up here since
Okay.
I've been here forever.
Okay. All right. So
Well,
just shoot me a text after this, and that's a beautiful. I love women with this beautiful mindset, intelligence, and respect. It's what I'm teaching because I'm tired. I told us on one of my posts that it seems like I'm the one everybody's coming to report every woman that does something wrong to, with, to. You just hear that the one woman did something bad there. Is on my inbox, is on my WhatsApp, is on my call. Hey, see what a woman is doing. I'm like, oh God, I can't carry the weight of every woman. So when I see women like me who come out and say, you know what, we need to respect this man, at this point, just chill, allow the man have the lead. I love to hear things like this because we need to create a version of ourselves where the men can be comfortable with us. We have a world now that is breaking apart. There is no trust. Some men are trying to keep to themselves. Some, people are saying marriage is bad. No, God never created anything bad. He created something unique and beautiful. Our
true.
character makes it bad. Our
Yeah.
character, our behavior makes it awful and scary for people to go into. So when I see feminine women who are respectful now, I love them. I want to bring them more to my programs to talk. So send me a text message. What's your name? Amy.
Amy,
God bless you. Okay, send me a
you're
text
very
message.
welcome.
I'll follow up
I
with
will.
you to my one and only. See, I don't want to tell you guys what Drew Light did for me. This guy, you see, is a good son. I'm telling you the truth. In short, let me not say it is too much. Let me keep it to myself. God bless you all.
All
Dream
right.
Light. I'll see you. I'll talk to
Good
you
night,
guys next
guys.
week. We'll spend over 2 hours, almost 2 hours, 30 minutes here. Yes. So those of you saying offering, my account details is on my page, so you can send your support. I support what we do. Remember, I have to come sit here and give up everything. Yes. So support Transformation World Ministries. The account details is there. And if you need to send something, still text me and say, Mama, I want to bless your ministry. I want to do this. I'll send you the details. God bless you. See you all next week. Dreamlight, see you next week, okay? Bye bye.